Oh, and it did? Okay, we're live somewhere, somehow. I don't know where. Assuming this is live, I don't know if it's actually live, but, I mean, there's face cam, I got this set up. This isn't this live stream, apparently. I think it's a different live, which just, yeah, okay, so, okay. Somewhere. Oh god, that's loud.
One
okay.
of the live streams.
Okay, hey, okay, I'm gonna talk quietly because changing to this one made the microphone be the wrong one. How do I... Properties, and sorry about the bad mic quality, and, Okay, and now I think it's, okay, better, testing audio. Okay, so testing, okay, so good audio. Alright. It's a little bit of a flustered mess, but we did it. Welcome to your wait, no, not walkie...
Wrong stream.
Welcome to your practically yearly false perfection stream. I'm joined with my good friend from the WalkyTalkyPod, Kamui. Go ahead, say hi. I'm not physically with him, but say hi.
Hi.
Digital.
Wait, you know what? It feels like we're in the same place.
Yes. So if you're wondering
no
why...
walking for this stream, though, sadly.
If you're wondering why I'm starting at 1:55 a.m. this practically yearly live stream, that's a good question. I'm wondering that too. Kamui, do you have any good answers for why I'm doing that?
I have no idea why you're doing that, to be honest. Do you mind enlightening me?
Okay. Well, it's because we just got done filming a podcast for the WalkyTalkyPod. So if you all want to see that, go on over there. I'll eventually find my way to it. Yeah, this live stream right here. That's what you're trying to do, short stream. Did you see the thumbnail for it, by the way? I took the 2 previous thumbnails and just crossed out the 3 and made it a 4 underneath.
Oh, wait, actually, I think, hold on. I did vaguely see it earlier, but I didn't really pay attention to it, so I'm going to look at it now.
Okay, well, I'm going to put it in chat for anyone watching the VOD. Hopefully you get it. Just go to the live chat and live chat. Yeah. If you're okay,
yeah, you crossed out the. Oh yeah, I see what you did before. You crossed out the 2, put the 3. Now you cross out the 3 and put the 4.
It's so funny. So does that count as a short stream? By the way, 2 hours 58 minutes. It's under 3 hours, which is what we were going for.
Well, for us, definitely. It was interesting though. Is the other one you proving we could talk less than 6 hours every time? Originally, that video was 5 hours, like 58 minutes or something.
Oh,
but you cut it down to 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
So now it just looks legit, whereas before it didn't.
It's same with the first one, the test run number 2. Which is funny because it's 2 because the previous one with the actual thumbnail is the first one where we tried to do. Anyways, getting back on track. So if you're wondering why I sound different this stream from literally every other stream or video, is because I'm using this new microphone. Not new for me, new for you. Because again, I don't do this often. But Scarlett Focus MV7 microphones, something USB, XLM, what is it? The female to male
XLR.
XLR.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you.
So hopefully.
Wait, what mic do you usually use then?
I probably don't.
For the podcast.
No, I do use this one for the podcast. I'm saying I'm using it for the first time on this channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought when you said new for you, I thought you were including me.
Okay.
Well, if anything, I'm the one with the new mic for everyone here because I don't use this on the podcast.
That's crazy. So it's not that I use a bad microphone for false perfections. I use a different microphone. It's actually in my closet right now. Don't remember the name of it off the top. SV something. I'll figure it out later. Anyways, full face cam. I'm gonna make it half, a quarter, partial, fifth of the face cam. So actually no, I'm not yet. So Kamui, where's the movie? The question on everyone's mind. Where is it?
It's coming.
When? That's where everyone wants to know. Why is it delayed? Go ahead. Tell the people what they want to know.
Well, I mean, so the reason it's delayed, there's a couple of reasons for it.
Yeah,
the first one
one
is because Oodie hasn't actually started it, just like the producers of the 4 Naruto episodes. You know, contrary to popular belief, they never started them in the first place. Oodie's in the same boat. He's just pretending to have started it. No, the real reason is because some guy never did his job on time and you're waiting for him, isn't that right?
Well, that's the mean way to put it, and it's a girl. Yeah, so one of the animators was gonna get it out at the end of the year. I contacted them January 2023 to get it done, and they're lovely people, by the way. No dissing to them, no shade. They're great. They're awesome, lovely. I love the animation so far. I've got the progress updates. They couldn't get to it through January. They're gonna get back to it soon, and then I'll have pretty much everything I need. In the meantime, I haven't been doing nothing. I've been signing on. So by the way, that's to say it's not my fault. This time, all the other previous years, it was my fault. This time, it's not my fault because I've given them a full year to work on it. Told them I needed it done by the end of the year. Wasn't done by the end of the year.
That's character development.
But as the nice, generous, charitable individual that I am, I couldn't possibly say no to giving them the extension when they desperately needed it. You're welcome. Okay.
You know, on the bright side, at least they answered, unlike a certain someone we know.
Shout out the podcast. All right. So sticking on track with the jokes of which aren't the inside jokes of which they wouldn't know. So movies coming this year, 100% confirmed. Pinky promise, swear this time, more so than all the other times I 100% pinky promise sweared of this year. It's not coming end of the year, it's coming in the middle of this year is my current guess. But again, I haven't been slacking in the meantime. First of all, again, if you want to keep up with the Joneses, or whatever the phrase is, if you want to keep up with me, you can keep up with me on my 12 other channels. Mostly, honestly, I'm probably most active, I would think, on my Walkie Talkie podcast channel, where we talk about Naruto, anime. We talk about all sorts of things there. Again, I had it pulled up in chat. Just go follow the link. So we lives podcast. We do a bunch of playlists. If you see, it's more than just Naruto and Boruto, even though it's 90% Naruto and Boruto. So if you don't want to watch live, that's fine. We got health portions of the podcast. We got some tier lists which aren't Naruto. We got some shorts which are funny. So a few reactions, a few gaming, stories, and screenwriting education. Hey, what do you know from the guy that made an anime? Even some rewrite things, discussing rewrites in general.
Well, we can add this to the list of podcast topics once we're finally done.
It's true, yeah. So there's that, okay. And other than that, you can just be in the Discord. I guess I'll get a link for that as well. Not the walkie-talkie one, but my other one where I do false perfections things in here.
Ooh, dudes.
Ooh, dudes, yeah. I don't think you're in this one, Kamui, but I'm not going to ask you to join.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, you are? Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're in there. How do I get
I've been in it.
Invite people.
I don't know. I found it.
I just realized Cam left this one. I didn't even realize. Okay.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, she's getting a surgery, so she'll be
invite people. Okay.
Should be in chat. Okay. So there's that.
Oh, you already did it. Okay.
And then third things of which we should say before we start. Oh yeah. If you want like the more TLDR, not actually the TL. That's just if you want the TL version. I made a community post on like, not April Fools. What's the end of the year called? New Year's Eve. So this one, 8 votes. I give you the whole long novel length rundown of everything that happened here. And like progress updates on the movie and everything. And at the bottom, a poll of what you want to see. People voted update video, overwhelming majority. I'm not doing that. I'm doing an update live stream. I'll do an update video at a future point in time. So, I mean, to be fair, you have a movie trailer that's like 3 years old. I have honestly everything I need to make a second movie trailer that's not a teaser trailer, but like an official trailer. I should do that at some point. I will say, since we're going all over the place here, I have been busy working on things, not just the podcast, not just other channels, but videos as well. And oh my god, I've been busy on that freaking podcast channel. Let me freaking tell you, getting all these videos scheduled. Okay, so by the way, the videos we have scheduled, we have what, through the next 2 months, unironically 50 videos scheduled. So that's how busy we've been doing over there. Yeah, we've been getting ahead. So that's how much I've been getting ahead on the other things, including this project, which is a Naruto video. It's probably the most edited video I've ever worked on, possibly including False Perfections. It's like a 90
Is this
minute long Naruto video.
the
The
I don't know if I can say his name, but is it the guy, our boy? Is it that one?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the podcast that was like deleted or whatever. It's taking so long to load. This is
Oh, I thought you
crazy.
were talking about your screenwriter video. Never mind. Okay, so it's not that video.
I still don't know what you're talking about. Crazy enough. And yeah, you can see. I don't think I'm sharing my screen, but just for stream. You can
What are
see
your
just how
favorite
big this.
characters?
Oh, the Kimi Maro video. That's what you're talking about. And that's not that video.
Okay, so I have a lot to say. Okay,
Yeah. Haven't even
I
started
don't
that
know
one
if it
in
was
terms of the
gonna be
editing.
a spoiler.
Yeah, so once I finish this one, again, months in the making, I'm like 90. I mean, it looks done now because it pretty much is done now. But I'm like 95% done on this video probably. Just got to finish the last 10%. God, literally an hour and a half long. Crazy. And like you can see how much edits the whole way through. And each of these isn't just an edit. It's like 10 edits in one basically. Like you adjust all of these nonsensical settings. Like everything.
This is the same one that
Anyways,
you've referenced like 50 times, isn't it? And I've
yeah.
still been waiting to see like all the things you're like when the video's out, and I'm like, bro, you're not gonna do this for like 6 months. I wasn't even wrong.
The million times I've talked about it and said you've been wrong based on the video and refused to elaborate. Yes. Okay, so once I finish that, then I'll work on the trailer for this, including episode 0, which honestly, I think I've had everything done for that. So like the prologue to False Perfections, I think I've just had everything I need to. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that's not done for it. I just need to make and upload the episode. So I'll get that done after I finish the video. Probably the next few months. Definitely next few months because I want the movie out in the trailer. So it's probably next month around a month to 2 months. Hold me to that. I'll have that episode out. Probably best produced episode, is serious episode I've ever done in terms of like a short episode that's like concise and fully like animated pretty much the whole way through. Anyway, the movie's looking great, by the way. Should probably give a movie update. Again, was expecting to be done end of the year, didn't happen. I'm not just lollygagging. On top of doing all the other stuff, I'm still working on the movie, getting more animation and stuff done for it. Just working on it in general, as well as the future movies, future episodes, so that there's less of a gap in between this movie and like season 2 and all the other things, movie 2, etc., etc. So I'm just working ahead. And for those that don't believe me, and this isn't proof, but I'll just pull up my False Perfections expenses basically document here, so you can I'll just scroll through the whole thing, and Kamui, you won't be able to see it, I don't think, because I'm not sharing my screen, but
Yeah, I can't see it.
yeah, here I'll just scroll like slightly faster through. So yeah, a lot of animation, art. What else is there? Sound effects. I'm gonna pay someone to do sound effects now on top of me doing it. I'm obviously doing all the sound effects, all the editing, custom sound effects, custom songs. Oh my god, there's so many songs. Voice acting. What else is there? There's probably like a few other things as well. Compositing, VFX, sound foley is technically what sound effects is called. Background, you gotta get a background artist. Concept art as well, you gotta do that. Storyboards, rough animation, rough draft, freaking everything. What isn't there to do? Even trailers, or technically you could outsource that. I'm not doing that. Anyways, that's everything. You can see the total amount down here. I'm not even gonna say it out loud. It's disgusting how much I've spent on this. Freaking down payment on the house. And that's just through the end of last year. That's not including all this from this year so far.
All right, but now I want to know how much you spent on it.
Do it. I'm closing down. You have to watch the stream. Okay. That's more incentive to watch the VOD. All right. So with that being said, should we get to the reactions like 30 minutes into the stream?
Probably. I need to go back downstairs.
I just got that text. All right.
Oatmeal did not cook properly for some reason, and I don't know why. So I'll come back to it later.
That's fine. I'll show my files, I guess. Let me go to False Perfections here. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff done. We'll just go to... Some of these need to be updated, which I'll do after the movie. Some of the names of the files, but like... You see, you got a lot of backgrounds here. Like, each of these just has a tons of files, along folders. So a lot of art, a lot of videos for animations. Like, it just goes and goes and goes. And again, each of these have a ton in these. Like, you're looking at thousands of dollars worth of animations here. So just a random animation that
Yeah, so
you
what
haven't
is your
seen.
total amount? Like, how
Yeah.
much money have you spent on it?
You know, Kamui, I'll let you play higher or lower, and I'll give you 4 rounds.
Okay. $5,000.
Higher. Round 1.
$10,000.
Higher. It's round 2.
$20,000.
Higher. That's round 3. I'll give you this. I have been working on it since 2018 is when I've been paying for it. I've been paying for it every single year since. More and more every single year.
I'm torn between doing $50,000 and $100,000 now. Hmm.
Mini animations.
$50,000.
Lower.
No, screw 100,000.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I guess it doesn't matter then. Lower. I
Okay,
don't know
30,000.
Okay, it's higher. So I'll meet you in the middle. It's 40,000. There you go. Over the course of
Damn.
I know, over the course of 5 years, $40,000. That's crazy. I know. Anyways, again, keep in mind that's over. I've worked on the full season, by the way, which took me. I could probably just check how much money that costed in general. Anyways. So I finished uploading about 2019, but I'd worked ahead a little bit. So just looking at it, about $5,000 for season 1, I'd say. Some of these I think were working ahead though. Maybe not. Can't really tell what some of these are, but anyways, yes, that's across. I'm pretty much, and I don't want to say I'm done with season 2 animation. I'm maybe halfway done season 2 animation. I need to get a lot more in that done. A lot of the primary stuff. Movie 2 and 3, I got a good chunk of the cost of that out of the way. Season 3 haven't really started on, and then movies 4, 5, and 6. I don't think I've started on any animation, but I have with the art, and obviously like the script is pretty much done. I might as well just pull that up as well, some scripts, since we're going over stuff. Naruto Bridge, kind of freaking 100 pages in here. I wish there was a way. I tried to post this for my New Year's Eve community poll just to show how much I've been writing this past year, and I guess every year. I don't think there's a way to check on Google Docs how much I've written in the past year. There's like some ways where you can kind of tell, but not really. There's no way to see how many, like the word count of how many words I typed last year. I wish I could, but I just can't.
No.
But just for reference, season 2, there's like, to be fair, 10 pages of like notes here. Yeah, okay, there's 9 pages of note here, but season 2 is 186 pages long for reference. That's how long I have it written right now. And then here, I'll pull this one up too. So the movie I'm working on now, which I want to be done, the first movie, it's 71 pages, but this is a remaster of season 1 and 71 pages worth of changes. Not of the movie, of changes. Keep in mind, it's 1 minute per page in terms of like screenwriting average. So I have 71 minutes of my movie that isn't season 1. And it's telling the story of season 1. That's how different it is, practically. It's crazy.
This is, I don't know. It'll be interesting watching the movie after this then.
Yeah. So that's part of what we're doing this for, not only as an update stream, of course, and the future second, third stream, whatever. We're going to do like this every week, every other week or so until we finish. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be reacting to season 1 of False Perfections. So this sort of serves as an update stream. I guess we'll only do this once, maybe like briefly recap it in the second and third stream. But Kamui is reacting to False Perfections on his end. He's never seen it before. He's only heard about me talk about it. So It's sort of like movie promo. Imagine this as the first, besides the teaser trailer from like 3 years ago. Imagine this as the first movie promo. So I'm starting the advertisement. I'm really getting into gear, getting into the flow of getting this movie
You're
out
advertising False Perfections to me.
Yeah, so it's like a behind the scenes director's commentary on False Perfections. And I know I was only like halfway through the other one of that with the other guy, director's commentary. I got through episode 6. I'll be doing that with the same guy later on. Like 3 years later. It's fine. More movie promo. Yeah. All right, that's how that's gonna go. Anyways, Kamui, if you will do the honors, hopefully you're back at your computer to share your screen.
Yeah, no, I've been back. I'll wait to go get my oatmeal until whatever is a good point to stop.
Okay. So before we begin,
so hopefully sound will play.
Yeah, we should probably test that. But so Kamui, what's the story of False Perfections? Give me the rundown.
So
I've never
actually,
heard of it.
I'm glad you asked. So the thing I'm most excited to look for in this is that aha moment when I realize why it's called False Perfections. That's what I'm most anticipating. I want to know why it's called that because I don't know why. I don't know what the story is. I just know it's Naruto themed.
Yeah. So tell me everything you know about it. Like if someone asked me, describe One Piece, I could tell you what it's about. I could tell you the arcs. I could tell you the characters. I could tell you a bunch of stuff about it. Who made it, when it was made, so many things. Tell me everything
what I
you
can
know.
tell you is that your profile pic is the blurry version of a character.
That's actually from the
designed.
series Red Lightning that I made, not from False Perfections.
Close enough.
Okay.
I don't know anything about it.
Fair enough. All right. I'm getting ad
we can all watch
revenue.
this ad together. Yeah.
Watch this.
Oodie, are you monetized in this channel?
I don't think so now.
Yeah. Then skip ad.
Yeah. Okay. Oh wow! What do you know? It's the thing Cam and I argued over.
Hold on. I need to adjust your volume so you're not astronomically loud compared to the YouTube video.
Yeah.
At least for my viewing experience.
I mean, obviously, no one's watching at 2:16 a.m. But yeah.
Thank you for making False Perfections.
Okay, right. I made you too quiet. Huh?
It looks like sounds about right on my end. Turn down the stream volume a little bit.
Okay.
A success.
That's good.
Okay. I mean, if you haven't seen False Perfections, this is probably not the best way to view it through the director's commentary of someone else reacting to it for the first time. You should probably just go react to it yourself. Oh yeah, all these logos freaking cost me money, freaking everything.
So real quick, I never reacted to this part.
Oh, that's funny. They have captions on. I didn't realize. Yeah, you can turn the captions off. I added subtitles myself. Which, by the way, some of them are absolutely wrong.
The series.
So, even better. So, is this a voice actor or is this an AI speaking to me right now?
That's a voice actor. This was before any AI was even a thing, really. It's just crazy to say.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got such a... I don't want to say this is a diss, but it sounds like an AI voice. Like, he's just got that... He's got the voice of whatever the guy... Whoever did... the male Siri voice, if you hired him.
Yeah, I went like movie trailer voice is like his voice.
A success.
Yeah, that's funny. So let's see. Has anyone won these weekly competitions, Oodie?
Yeah, the competitions of which are weekly every single week. Weekly competitions of which are weekly.
Cash prizes. So how much money have you lost in cash prizes?
Well, actually, you'll see the competitions weekly. Through this series by watching it, which is cool.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
So Oodie, I thought you didn't like spoilers. Explain yourself. Explain yourself.
For those that like it, I offer the opportunity.
Interesting.
Yes. Just like we have a Jujutsu Kaisen room in the WalkyTalky Discord.
True.
I paid for.
Did you edit this yourself?
I paid for it. I have like 5 of them. You'll see various ones throughout the series.
In the beginning, the universe was simple. There was only black and white, light and dark, good and evil. But when two forces...
So, interesting.
Yeah. So again, it's a mystery series.
So this is good. So now I know this isn't necessarily a Naruto reference, but all I can see here is a Tomoe or Magatama marking, followed by Neji's H-Trigraph 64 on stage.
I mean, Kamui, you do know
interesting,
what
though,
yin and
is
yang is, right?
Yes, I know. I know.
Okay.
But that's all I think of.
No,
What's particularly interesting, though, is how, well, 2 things here. You're gonna think it's so stupid. But if you'll notice how it says good, I know the good and evil together is the yin yang, but it's interesting how good is just this, and then evil is both of them.
Well,
also,
because of the background, I had to like.
What happened to the black circle?
It's probably honestly what I probably did here is I just added a text box, removed the text, made it white, and made it the full screen. And so that yin yang is actually a transparent thing. That's probably what's happening there.
Yeah, but
I guess you could say that's an
all I know
error.
is
I've actually never
the black
noticed that.
circle
Never even thought
is
about
partially there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
the black circle. You can see where it was supposed to be.
because I notice all of my editor errors after the fact. I don't think I've ever noticed that one because it just never clicked in my mind that that's wrong.
That's fine. Well, good thing I'm reacting to it. Fix it in the movie.
Oh, by the way, this next cut,
Moment 2-4.
this next cut took me probably an hour or more, probably like 2 to 3 hours to edit. I just want to point that out. These next few
When
seconds.
2 forces clashed, a contrasting gray of various shades was born.
There's a lot of
But when
mystery.
2 forces clashed,
Can't wait to
a
hear your
contrasting
theories.
gray of various shades was born. This color mixed further and in greater detail until the complexity itself bred life as we know it.
So, the color bred life as we know it? Or just the complexity of the color bred life as we know it?
Or the mixing of the color.
In greater detail.
Greater detail, yes.
Far away.
Absolutely a Star Wars reference.
Before the death.
Yeah, I was
of
gonna
the
say,
universe,
like, you just forgot in a galaxy.
Well, I wanted to make it my own thing, of course.
birth of the
Oh,
previous
I edited
universe.
this song in the
The
coolest
two
way.
set
It's
their
basically
plan
what
in
you do with the
motion.
Naruto videos. With your Naruto songs. You, like, make them loop in a cool way. There's like a 20-second
Like-
song I made loop over the course of 2
Oh,
minutes
okay.
where it sounds legit. It just sounds like a real
Oh,
song.
you referenced this one time. You told me about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
You said you basically made a new song out of it.
Mhm.
This might be the one.
Yeah, this is it.
The 2 set their plan in
For the
motion for the
final
final
time.
time.
And
Well, I said the same
then,
time.
And then. Oh, I'll also note many art styles. I think you already know, but
Kakashi right there. That looks like a scarecrow to me.
admittedly not a Kakashi.
You know
reference,
it's not.
But that's funny.
I know. If anything, it would be the Akatsuki with the hat, but it's probably neither. None of them. But I thought of Kakashi.
I will point out every reference there is. Or everyone that's worth talking.
Is this a character?
That's Yang.
Because I'm rooting for him, if so.
Why?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's funny.
Wait, hold on. What did that say?
What was
It was
that?
really quick.
You saw
Oops.
something? Wow.
Yeah, it's you see these words?
It just looks like
House-
a pillar to me. I don't see any words. Brightness, that's crazy.
Hosen, Ender. Those who endure are chosen.
Whoa, that's crazy. Can't believe someone wrote that there. So, Kamui, this is where I'll point
Has
out.
anyone noticed it before?
Oh, absolutely. Like everyone notices it. It made them easy in the beginning and harder later on, or at least I tried to. There's 3 ciphers in every episode because it's a mystery series, and that is actually a Call of Duty Zombies reference. the fact that there are ciphers, which I thought was really cool. Gives it
Well,
rewatch value.
what I can't tell you is that if there's words on this
There's
one,
not.
I cannot make them out.
There's absolutely not. So 3 hidden ciphers every episode. I'm curious which ones you'll find.
Okay. Well, is that one of them?
That was one of them, yes. Now you're gonna be actively looking like,
Oh,
is
the
there
hole's
one
back.
there? Is there one there? Every scene.
I never imagined I'd come to this inn. Was there really no other option? Any better?
Was there really no other option? Boruto versus Kawaki.
Yeah, this actually might have come out before then. It might have. I don't
Really?
think it did. Actually, it might not have. I don't remember. But it
No,
now
because you
that
said
you're saying it
2018 for this, right?
yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think it did come out after.
I think the Boruto
So I
anime
think
was already out.
I think it is in reference to that. Yes, I think this is a Boruto Kawaki reference.
That's
If not,
it.
it's so similar that it
All
might
right,
as
keep
well
your
be.
tally or take your drink. All right, so take your tally, keep your drink for all the references. You've got the Star Wars one. There's this one. I don't know if you're gonna count any of the other things, but
Better path?
Keep a tally on my phone.
It's too late now, Yang.
so yeah. Okay, this is yeah. Oodie, it's so funny how you do this in Naruto every single time, and you did it in your series too.
Well, this one's
should be
intentional.
Yang.
Oh, I know,
Yin
it's
should be the
intentional.
shadow.
Yeah, it's intentional.
Just to piss me off. Okay, well, Yin is the bad guy. I'm rooting for Yang. Good choice on my part,
No, I'm rooting for Yin.
Balance ends.
bro. you definitely got
absolutely
this
a reference.
from part two.
Yeah.
The age
So
of balance,
funny.
yeah. The age of shinobi is over.
Here and now.
I can't believe you would go this far.
Well, number 3, I can't believe you would go this far.
Was it really worth it? Risking everything?
Why did you steal Naruto away?
What comes next?
Yeah.
This will be our last fight in this form. Regardless of the outcome, both of us will suffer. What? If that's the case, let's settle this, Yin.
Editor error, I didn't
As long as
change
I
the
remain
background
in
here.
this
So
form.
every cut, it should look different, but it doesn't. You could argue there's some celestial nonsense going on to where that doesn't have to be the case. But it's not clear.
You know, if you had done that, that would have reminded me of Final Destination of Super Smash Bros. The Melee version specifically, where it's constantly changing the background and they're on that platform,
Love that, yeah. You could
which I
just-
don't
you
think
could
was
say
an
that's a
intentional reference.
Not
that's-
intentional, but it's definitely a reference because I love that.
Okay, okay.
I will say, just for like editors
Um,
wise,
Are you keeping track?
I mean, I guess I'll add that as a reference, sure. Editor wise, though, this background right here, specifically this one, was probably the hardest one to make because this is the same yin yang PNG or whatever from all the others. It's flat, but like turned and enlarged to such a degree. It made my editing platform lag and I couldn't drag it further. Like it was off screen and I was essentially guessing and dropping it off at a point that it was unreachable to where I couldn't have grabbed it to edit it after the fact anyways. That is how angled and enlarged this PNG is at this angle specifically. It is ridiculous how difficult this was to make, this shot in particular.
It's crazy. No, I mean, you wouldn't know how much work goes into so many small details with editing and animation and stuff.
No. These early episodes are the worst in terms of that, but it gets better later on, especially the specials, which were made after the fact.
Yeah.
Which thankfully we're practically watching those
For the
first.
sake of those who shall inherit my will, I won't back down.
Interesting.
For the final time.
What his will be.
Come and show me what you learned, Yang.
Okay. So then his husband was tied to a tree. And
I almost want to
What's,
say turn on ad blocker.
Come up with that?
That's such a good piece of art right there.
You know, actually, oh, that's right, because I have it turned off for YouTube. Oh, how do I adjust? I turned it off for YouTube so that I could play my own ads.
Because that'd be sad if.
Of course, I want my ad. I want my penny.
Imagine we get copyright
How do
struck
I-
for an ad playing on your screen of which I'm watching through Discord. That'd be the
Yeah, I don't know how
craziest
to. I actually
copyright
don't
strike
remember
ever.
how to change that. So we're just gonna have to
They
live
were
with
the
it.
first
Alright.
two cosmic beings given free will by the creators of the universe. As such, they became test subjects and vessels of power for those creators.
Orochimaru?
However, being so different, they could not grow to understand one another.
Yeah, like
They could not
Wait, hold
of the
on.
universe. As such, they became test subjects and vessels of power for those creators. However, being so different, they could not grow to understand one another, despite being given some of the other's power.
It's kind of like Indra and Ashura right there, in a
Yes.
way.
Not directly, but yeah.
Yeah.
The sound effects here took me forever. Fight sound effects are
All
crazy.
right, so he's got a fiery power. The other one had more lightning style.
Oh, you're
looking.
gonna love this fight.
During their fight, the two grew stronger and stronger until they split the universe, spilling their power across time and space. This power, passed down to the countless generations, became a beacon of hope for good and evil. The power the creators desired could end the stalemate yin and yang were cursed to relive, with each generation ending like the last.
That's just like Indra and Ashura as well.
Yeah. In this case, it's just using the
However,
same reincarnation
Every
idea. It's not a
time
reference.
this fate
Yeah. I like the little, especially the axe spawn there. That was cool.
No, that's what I was referencing. Where you would love this fight.
I like the stick figure choreography though.
Yeah, it's really
Every time they
fate spawned by natural chaos occurred. A fraction of the powers passed on by the previous holders.
Yeah, so that's like
carried to the
Naruto and
next.
Attack on Titan
The
in a
two
sense.
vessels gained an even greater strength.
But that's for
That
most shows
was
really.
until
From the beginning, this was my predestined path,
Shout out
wasn't
Oodie.
it?
That looks just like Aaron, if that's not Aaron.
It's not Aaron. It is from a random. It's from a Terraform Mars, actually, which is crazy. Probably shouldn't be admitting that live. It's copyright, but to be fair, I did change the
Interesting.
colors slightly.
Also, that was definitely your voice.
Oh yeah,
This
I
was
voiced the
my
main character.
predestined path, wasn't it?
That's your voice, isn't it?
yeah. My voice from 4 years ago, 5, 6.
Okay. Interestingly enough, I don't know why you sound robotic for me. I can make out what you sound like, but for some, I don't know how to deal with that. Probably share screen nonsense. Anyway.
Anyways,
Right from the start. I'm sorry, everyone. It looks like I'll be joining you now. I love you. No, this time I will not choose my predetermined path. Sorry, everyone, but it looks like I won't be joining you just yet. I must entrust everything to the next reincarnation, to end everything once and for all! That's because I know this is who I am.
That's who he is.
who is he?
Who
know,
is
it's-
it, Kakashi?
I will say it's funny that this pops up. I should probably just leave this as a secret mystery. It's more. I don't. Okay, it's not direct. He's not saying that's who he is. But there's a reason you're seeing him with this background when he's saying this. But it's not because he's like looking at a mirror or something. That's not him. But anyways.
I don't know, dude. I like that interpretation. Also, let me there was an interesting this.
Yeah,
Who is that?
that's the main character. That's the main
And
character.
who is that?
That's the main character. Listen. Just go with
These
it.
are all the main characters.
They're all the main character. It's the same character, yeah.
Is that a different art style or
It's
is
a different
that
art, yeah, different art style. To be fair, the
Trust
gotcha one, the
everything
one
to
with
the
the
next
leaves,
reincarnation.
that's
To
just
end
stolen from something. That's a gotcha, is what that's called, the gotcha art style. And it's stolen just from a video.
What is?
This, what you have on screen, like paused.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so technically this is actually, I think, this is the Minecraft YouTuber Bad Boy Halo, who someone made a gotcha fan animation, and I thought it looked cool. This is also the only gotcha scene in the entire series. I'm gonna keep it though. Probably. I did actually
everything,
fun.
once
I do
and
have
for
a
all.
gotcha fan animation someone made me, not for the series, but just as like fan art, which is really cool. But yeah,
You should incorporate it
I should.
into the
I
series.
kind of want to. Yeah, it's kind of the plan. We'll see.
Now, what's interesting though here is that the main character's hair color changed, his eye color changed, and his outfit changed.
The outfit isn't intentional. Ignore the outfit. Everything else is.
Okay.
That's because I know this is who
This
I
is who he
The
is.
gray
I
guy
am.
with the hat.
That's him.
Hey, you awake in there?
What's that?
So all that is separate from everything else coming up. You've seen technically 3 different things now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Settle down there, new kid.
Where am I? What is this?
You're in purgatory.
Purgo what? Wait, what do you mean purgatory? Wait, but no, right? But
Look, you seem pretty shaken up,
Silly.
but you need to process this. You are dead.
what do you mean dead?
Kamui, give me your best. What do you mean, Dad?
Is she freaking kidding?
It's so.
I need to hear
wait,
you voice act
what do you
that
mean?
line. What do you mean, Dad?
Oh, you know, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say. What's so funny though is as I'm watching this, it feels like you are talking to me through the discourse sometimes.
That's funny, yeah. I will
Like, I
say,
feel like you're saying, "What do you mean, Dad?" Like just personally saying that to me.
for as silly and as goofy as
But
this show
it's
can
just-
be at times, it's made by me. It's direly important critically to know that, because you'll feel the essence of what I am in this series the whole way through. It's gonna
Yeah.
feel
Well,
like
I
it.
already know what you are. Let me go find it again. That's you, the guy, the hat guy.
Guy with those diamonds
What
or
do you
whatever.
mean dead?
What do you mean, Dad?
Dead? Is she freaking kidding me? So I'm dead, huh? And this is purgatory? Someday I'm having.
I know, it's a lot to take in, but you need to trust me. I know I will not fail. I have been sent to bring you to heaven.
Why is her hair color changed too?
That's just the shadows. Her hair color isn't actually changing. I will say,
Well,
on some of the... Yeah, okay.
so is it not blue?
Okay.
Is
okay,
it actually
okay.
white?
That one is... It is white. Whenever you see it as blue, that's actually just shadow. You could say that's an editing error because the light doesn't make
Okay.
sense here. So what I did for every character, for the lighting, sometimes they're in a light environment, sometimes they're in the dark environment. I'm recoloring all of them based on that. So there's a light version and a dark version for every single sprite asset that I have. At this point in time, I didn't have that done. So some of them are light and some of them are dark. And that's just an editing error. You're just gonna have to look past that because I just didn't have that done at this time. I do now, but
Okay.
yeah. I'll fix that later on.
You've work that needs done.
Trust? Okay, lady, is this some kind of scam?
I will say at this
Look,
time I didn't even
don't
think
have
about
any
it
cash
though.
on me, so
There's no time.
What?
At this point in time I hadn't even thought about it. So like I was just putting this in, just thinking it looked fine. Which it looks fine if you don't think about
Yeah.
it. But, you know.
Time for that. You are going to disappear.
that does it. She's crazy. Stop messing around, will ya? Just leave me out of here, okay? Look, I lied about the whole no
My
money
favorite
thing
part.
earlier. here.
So that's where this is from, or is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
your Oodie avatar? Hold on.
That is
what
what
came
this is
first,
from.
the chicken or the egg?
This is what this is from. I'm just using the False Perfectionist main character as my walkie-talkie avatar, just cause.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, what's the chicken or the egg? Yeah.
Yeah, I got like 50 different expressions of this sprite in particular. But yeah. Okay, this is
It's just kind of funny how it went from this art style. It's funny. The art style keeps changing.
the inspiration for the art style is from Mob Psycho, because it's just flexible, does what it was.
$1 bills is money.
This is my favorite edit.
You won't need that where you're going. There is a land of gold waiting for you.
A PNG of a real life
am
dollar bill. No animation.
Waking up in this world, filled with the
Freaking
dust
opening.
of the vanished. Is this where my journey begins? Tell me, was it worth it?
So did you write the song? Is this an existing song for the opening, or?
Yeah, I wrote and composed the song, so the instrumentals and the vocals obviously aren't mine, the vocals especially obviously. I worked with I didn't work with, but like it's from Shady Cicada. And the future ones, some of them I do make. For example, you've already heard some of the songs in this episode. I've made some of the songs. Like from scratch, not just like looped or whatever. Like I made it myself. You haven't liked the video yet? What are you doing? And for those watching the stream and you haven't liked the stream, whoa, my god. Anyway, so back on track. So I wrote the lyrics for the song, most obviously. There's also several versions of the song you'll hear, as well as visuals. Obviously I edited the visuals. I don't animate it, but I edit it. The point here, the lyrics for the song are obviously important. Something I'll point out, the lyrics in order are comprised of every episode's title in season 1. So episodes 1 through 13 titles are in order in the song lyrics of opening 1. Which I think is a really cool detail. For example, what you're paused on right now, Tell Me Was It Worth It? Episode 3 title is Worth. So there you go.
The title is Worth.
Is episode 3 title. Yeah.
Words, can't you read what this says? No, I don't know what that says, but
Anyways, that's funny. Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head. Episode 1 is titled Awakening, so waking up in this world. Episode 2, Dust in the Storm. I think that's directly in here. Episode 3 is Worth. Episode 4 is Journey. Episode 5 is Storm. Episode 6 is something or the other. It's
Holy
you know,
credits.
it's that one. It's the I know which episode it is. Anyways, moving on.
I want to figure out how I can get you to stop sounding robotic for me, but I'm scared to switch Wi-Fi. So
Well,
All the pain and loss from this resonates.
no, see it through here?
Tell me, won't you tell me the cost of this eternal truth?
Eternal episodes.
Find me, try to find me, as I find my own answer throughout this deep loss. Here within this world, I try to find the answers that I seek. Where is it now? Where will it all end? If I hold my hand, how will I finally be able to begin? Is it in the past? Did I need to send? Where should I reach if the last memory ends? Where should I look for it if it's scary reaching from me to you?
well, hold on. Who is that girl?
It's
Where
anime
should I look
characters.
for it if it's scary
Who?
Maybe they're only in the opening,
I'm
and you'll
interested
never
in
see
her.
them in the
reaching from me
series
to
ever.
you? In stargaze so I can
Wait, she's only in the opening?
That was a joke, obviously.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, bro, don't do that. No, I'm interested.
She's never in the series.
I find a goodbye. I wish this isn't how it was or how it had to be when I first started.
Goblin guy is interesting, too.
The video ones are those who become the
Does he appear in the show?
He does, actually, yeah. Won't get to him tonight.
Okay. What about them?
Oh, they as well, yeah. If anything, this is a spoiler.
Oh, he got his hair. Does this heart pinata appear in the story?
You know what? This is verbatim in the series. I'll say that. There you go.
Oh, I'll say that again. You sounded like a robot.
It's
for
a
me.
1-for-1. It's absolutely in the series. Not even changed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
For so long, it isn't hopeless. Not when I fight here with you, here and now. In this place, still I stand on my own.
This is probably everyone's least favorite opening. At this point in time, it might be my least favorite. When it first came out, I thought it was catchy. I really like I listened to it in the car on like an hour-long loop. I didn't see what people have a problem. Nowadays, I can see it somewhat being lower quality. But I thought it was fine. Am I roboting still? Kamui?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just gonna try switching Wi-Fi's. I'm sorry.
We'll see how that goes.
Oh, well, that can't be joined. Okay, never mind. Because even the YouTube video is doing it for me now. So,
Ooh, okay. Weird. It's good on my end.
But now you sound normal. So
I don't think it is your Wi-Fi then. It might just be Discord. I don't know. That's weird.
Perfections is for your viewing pleasure.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know either.
This series is not yet rated. Thank you for making False Perfections a success.
I made this song too.
That will happen to you too. You don't want that, you know. I hope that woke you up a little.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry. You need to try streaming it because it's doing it to me, and it's just the audio is just not right. So,
Okay.
I'll just have to tell you when to pause, I guess. Unfortunately.
Sure.
I'm at 9:10 though.
All right.
I'll see if it sounds any better.
There we go. It'll
Which
probably
is
be
weird
better for
because
stream,
this
at
didn't
least.
happen when we did this.
Oh God, what was that? 39 likes. That's crazy. All right. Can you hear it?
I hope that woke you up a little. So,
What the heck?
You can't hear it.
It's still doing it. What the hell? I don't understand.
I don't know about your Wi-Fi. You could try running a Wi-Fi check. I don't know. It's weird. What if I leave and
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Or.
You want to leave and rejoin?
Oh, all right. I'm normal.
Okay, that's good. You want to leave and rejoin just in case? It's a jittery.
No, never mind. All right, hold on.
Oh
Sorry.
my gosh. Okay, how's I sounding? Am I pretty good or what's up?
No, okay, hold on.
No. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
It'd be a shame if I had to do your first reaction by myself.
I don't know. All right, hold on. Talk.
Yeah, I'm me is what I sound like is what I say.
Oh my goodness, what's going on?
Technical difficulties. I should have a screen for that. I just made this just now, so you know. Need to make this smaller again there. Okay. Oh, you know, I could just do it like that to make it bigger. Ha! How's that for ingenuity?
This is so weird. Don't do this.
But now I have to do this again. So. Except we're still waiting, so I might as well make it big again. Oh, look at that. There we go. Yeah. See how big I can make it. This is a mistake considering I'm going to have to make it small again. But you know what? We'll just go this big. It's too pixelated beyond that. I also got behind the scenes in the works. I've done a few interviews, just haven't released them, obviously. Otherwise, you would have seen them by now, so don't need to include that part. But yeah, this is what I look like years later. Oh, also live action movie. It's been in the works. Haven't started it, but it's been in the works. Well, I guess while we're waiting, something we could do is, first of all, making the small again. Let's go over some scripts. Some more scripty scripts. While we're waiting. There we go. Oh, also, everyone check out the Addendum series made by the Bombers. At least that's what I call it. I don't know if I would even consider it an Addendum series anymore, but it's pretty cool. Lots of things in in the series, is what I'll say. But
I
hey,
mean,
what's up?
I don't know what to do about this,
Well,
so I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it.
we could finish this episode if you wanted. We could end the stream early and pick up next time and figure it out. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll share screen again, and just figure out what happens. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Let me...
So, that woke you up a little. So, are you ready?
There we go.
False Perfections is for your viewing pleasure. This series is not yet rated. Thank you for making False Perfections a success.
You're welcome.
That will happen to you too. You don't want that, you know. I hope that woke you up a little. So, are you ready to listen to what I have to say? Now then, I hope you are ready to begin. Welcome to your first step. Welcome to Purgatory.
This is Attack on Titan reference. There's a mid-screen on every episode with information.
Okay.
I'll add it to the list. That's number 5.
The form of free will, Yang's power be reincarnated in generations in the form of consciousness. A spectrum of color. Color is clearly important here.
As in the opening, it's in Purgatory, it's everywhere.
If you're a web designer,
my
here are
God,
4
God.
Wix Studio
What a
features you
mess.
gotta know.
So, did Yin and Yang create the 4 Wix Studio features?
There's a lot of color there.
Purgatory.
You can tell I'm really limited
Even
on
saying
assets
it
by that
doesn't
turnaround
sound right.
animation.
I better try and piece together what I can. Maybe I can find a clue. Hey, you. Who are you?
Me? Yes. Well, you see,
On with it.
I'd love to explain, believe me, I would. But we are kinda on a tight schedule.
Schedule?
Remember, if you stay in Purgatory too long, you disappear. It isn't just you that vanishes. It is your entire being. Everything you once
Sorry, I'll stop
were,
quoting it.
are, and
Makes me
would have ever meant to be. It's like you never were in the first place.
See, that reminds me of our the Donzo conversation on the podcast. Like, he just never existed. Like,
It's completely
But
different. But yeah.
why?
what's also funny though is that she's currently explaining this now. It's like she's pausing to explain this.
I thought Purgatory would be
The
different from
rundown,
this.
quick one.
It was. The thing is, Purgatory is neutral. Nobody can rule over this place. It was always meant for balance. You. What is your name?
My name? It's
I made the music quieter on this end.
Don't remember.
It's kind of
Do
good
you?
in your face.
Pity. You really can't remember a thing.
These subtitles are stupid.
Can you? You need to know the honest answer of where you belong. Only then are you able to reside in that place. But you can't even remember your own name. How do you possibly expect to leave this place?
I guess I have no choice. I want to leave this place. I want to move on to the afterlife. But how?
Simple. You can't. All you can do is wander around until you fade into nothingness. Why do you think this place is so colorful as it is? You weren't the first to die since this started becoming a problem, you know.
I think the pacing of that song was
These
really
colors
low.
linger because they are the emotions of those who have already disappeared. All their hopes, goals, dreams, ambitions, everything that makes you, you.
I thought they didn't remember who they were, hence why they're stuck here.
Just because they didn't remember them doesn't mean they didn't have them. Sad, you know?
Okay, sure. But there's still one question you haven't answered.
What's that?
Just who are you anyways?
Who am I? Huh.
I
We-
thought you were on a tight schedule, lady.
Are the temporary solution to this temporary.
So what do you mean? Is she gonna answer the question now? Because that schedule really loosened up, huh?
That's not answering the full question. So funny.
Problem.
We?
We are those who have already moved on. We are known as judgment passers. It is our job to help stranded souls who wind up here. Think of me as your guardian angel. Once we get to the gates of heaven, you will be judged. Only those who know they have a pure heart can enter the place they belong. You know it as the afterlife. I already know you have a pure heart, even if you don't. That's why I was sent here. I will get you out of purgatory, no matter what.
But how? Do you know what I was like when I was alive?
I can show you your entire life. I need you to be prepared.
Show me? How? Maybe if I ask enough questions, she'll slip up.
An anime moment.
Besides, how do I know I can really trust you?
It makes me sad you would even say that. All I want is to help you, you know?
Cut that song.
But I digress. Like I said, tight schedule.
Okay, but how will you show me my entire life?
You see this place? Keep in mind, it was originally an empty void.
Yeah, and?
All this color is powerful. We can use it to our advantage. Never underestimate people, nor their emotions.
Never underestimate people. I fail to see how this subtitle of all this color is powerful translates.
It's the
Never.
localization
I may
translation.
not remember who I am, but I
Yeah,
promise
lost in
you,
translation.
I will get out of here. Once I find out my past, I swear it, I'll be the first to get to heaven.
So pause. So that line,
That's a promise.
that was an ad lib. It's my biggest regret in the entire series. It makes absolutely no sense. The only way you can make it make sense is if he's just an idiot, which I guess is canon considering I'm an idiot for saying it. So I was just reading the script, like recording my lines or whatever. I thought that just was the coolest line to add as the ending line. Because like the previous line, once I get out of my past, I swear it. Like it's just ending it there. It just felt empty. So I was like, you know what? I gotta add something. It'll just in the spot, the heat of the moment. I just said, I'll be the first to get to heaven. It sounded cool. It sounded great. It looked like it worked. And then I added it and I uploaded it, and it just is the worst thing I've ever done.
Yeah, because it's like, does he think he's the first person to ever go to heaven?
Which again, like he,
Like,
even if
everyone
he's
else
an
who's
idiot,
died has just never been to heaven.
even if he's an idiot, that doesn't make sense based on what he should know, based on not only what he's seen, but everything he's heard in this first episode.
Yeah, because he believes in heaven.
Like she's literally a guardian angel.
Find out my past, I swear.
She helps people go to heaven. But he'll be the first.
Swear it. I'll be the first to get to heaven.
Maybe he meant the first of himself to get to heaven. That would technically
Yeah,
be
maybe he
true.
just thought that like every single person who's died has been stuck in this void and nobody's ever gotten there.
It makes sense if you don't think.
That's my theory anyway.
Yeah, there you go. We'll never understand why he said that.
Huh?
I'm the creator and I don't understand why he said that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, I don't know who voiced that line. It wasn't me.
That's a promise.
It's a promise.
He promised it.
That's what the whole rest of the series is about. Him
Does
being the
anything
first.
happen when he breaks his promise later on when he's not the first person to get there?
Well, that's gonna be a tough promise to keep. I'll tell you what. Really pull some shenanigans to pull that off.
It would be crazy if at the end he actually is the first person to go to heaven.
Time travel or something.
On that day, something unexpected happened. Yin and Yang found they could end the never-ending conflict they had been born into and restore their universe forever.
I think that's a cool exchange.
It was only interesting what happened.
Say something interesting happened. That's actually, I think you could count that. I'll count this. That's an Attack on Titan reference.
Huh? What's an Attack on Titan reference?
On that day, blah, blah, blah. In episode 1.
Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Also, I just love... let's just see how many we get. Oodie.
So that, again, that's on purpose. I wanted to add
So many are just Oodie.
at the beginning. Just to get them all out of the way. All of the ending sequences are the same. Obviously the credits are unique for every episode, but like the song and visuals are the same.
I can't hear what you're saying, sorry.
For the most part, all the ending sequences are the same. All the like credits, the visuals, and the song. I don't change those. Obviously, the credits are unique for every episode. I add a tagline that like one of the voice actors say in each episode, and then there's an after credits preview that we don't have to view usually for every episode of like the next episode preview, I should say. Like Naruto has that. A few episodes have an after credits scene. I'll let you know when those happen. But for the most part, we'll watch this credits, I guess, if you want, but like we'll skip all the others.
Yeah, just for the first one, we'll watch it.
This is a great song, and cool visuals. I love this song.
I mean, I'll admit, this song is like all robotically messed up for me, but... But I can imagine what it's supposed to sound like.
That's crazy.
What's the total of those donations there?
I don't know, like 100? It's a few hundred, I think.
Well, hello there. My name is Terrellian, and I voice both Yin and Yang. If you want to support me, you can find me on Twitter and YouTube under the name Terrellian. Anyway, have fun, don't fall in.
Dude, I love it.
Don't fall in what?
I don't know, who cares? The toilet, I guess? It's just funny.
Thank you for watching False Perfections.
Still waiting to figure out what the name means
Next time
in the
on
story.
False Perfections.
Well, let's pause it and you can theorize. What do you think the name means after one episode?
What?
Yeah. What is the false of the perfection? Is the perfection false? Is it a true perfection? Is it even perfect? It is false after all.
Yeah, I'm thinking that like it's not actually perfect.
It's truly imperfect, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the context of what the perfections will be.
Oh, you know what?
Could have to do with the true heart thing. Like, you know, they're not actually perfect, but I mean, I don't really have much to work with.
I'll give you the perfect answer that you'll hate. You will get a false perfection answer on what the title means in season 1.
A false perfection answer? What does that mean?
Yeah. I guess you have to keep watching to find out. there's
I'll
also
get a false answer.
there's also
Don't they mean
layers
anything
to the
at all?
title. So there's more than one meaning, both physically, narratively, spiritually, whatever. There's more than one meaning. So there you go.
Ooh, interesting.
There's technically
Oh?
multiple correct answers.
You fool. What does it matter?
I will save everyone, no matter what.
Good boy. I'm here only to protect you.
How will this all play out? Find out next time on False Perfections.
For the most part, we can skip the next episode previews, but I will say I include some unique experimental stuff in there because I might as well. Just go balls to the walls with it haywire. Include some wacky stuff that you've never seen in the actual series. So some of that's original and unique and stuff. It's pretty cool. I even spliced
Wait, say that
together.
again?
I even spliced together some lines in the next week preview to either cut out spoilers or to say things intentionally that just don't happen, which is funny to say it like that. But it's very, very unique and interesting. Alternate timeline theory.
So, would 1.5 be next, or do we go to 2?
So we can, in fact, it'd probably be best, thinking about like the stream length, maybe we just end after 1.5 since it's like a movie length anyways. Before we get to 1.5 though, first of all, I'll need to explain 1.5, but I'll do that afterwards. So okay, episode 1, post-episode discussion. Questions, comments, concerns, theories, praises, critiques.
I mean, my biggest critique isn't really a critique on you. It's just the fact that my thing is all robotic. Hold on, I'm gonna go get my oatmeal now. But
Okay.
it's pissing me off because I'm like, I want to hear you in it clearly, but I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
You did get one of the ciphers. but you missed
I
the
found
other two.
the huh?
You did get one of the ciphers at the beginning. You got the first cipher, but you missed the other two. I will say that.
Oh, I kind of lost track.
Yeah,
of
see, I told
paying
you they're
attention to
hidden.
that.
I will note, even if you find them, they're not going to be
So
helpful unless you decipher them. The first one was a 1-to-1 translation. It was all just in English. All the other ones are like a letter shift or Hegelian lettering or Japanese or they're in numbers instead, or it's just some sort of cipher to where you would actually have to decipher it on top of finding it, which I think is pretty cool.
I think I need to like quickly scroll through the episode because I kind of forgot to pay attention to those.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, I don't think you'll be able to find it quickly scrolling through.
I'm trying to think off the top.
But again, even if you see them, you're not going to be able to just see what they say. You'd have to actually, technically, I guess, translate them. You have to decode them. But yeah, so what do you think about the story?
Maybe that's
so
why
far?
I didn't like notice them.
The pacing, any production things you noticed? Thoughts so far?
I mean,
rating.
the changing art styles was funny.
Yeah, that's why I figured that you would like this. As bad as it is, you specifically are gonna love how good the bad parts are. Especially episode 3 onwards. That's where I really say screw it and just give in and acknowledge what it is. And I just
Yeah, you just said
double
like,
down.
yeah, this is just how it's gonna be. Like,
Yeah. Might as well just make
did
it
you create
as
all the
much as it is.
designs?
The character designs, yes, but most of the final art, even though it's edited by me, all the final art, usually I'm not the one that like makes the first draft of the final art, I guess. I make the first and
Yeah.
last design, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah. But yeah.
I like.
Okay.
I mean, Yin and Yang is the most simple one, and it's kind of funny, but I really like their design. I think Yang has my favorite design, or the main character. Well, it's some of the art style. Some of the.
Okay. I'm curious who your
It
favorite
keeps
character's
changing, so
gonna
it's hard
be.
to describe which one's which.
That's funny.
One of them reminds me of the main character sometimes reminds me of Timmy Turner. Sometimes he reminds me of Ben 10. Sometimes he reminds me of someone else. Don't ask why.
That's really funny. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera off because I don't feel like sitting up anymore. We'll just move it to the side. Now I can turn my light off and lay down. But yeah, so where do you think the story
I
is
know,
going?
unfortunately, I don't have the luxury of doing that when I'm using my other mic.
Yeah, but you have a backrest, whereas I just have air. Because I'm laying on my bed, or since I was sitting on my bed, I just have to, like, have good posture, or else.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just have to do that myself, yeah. I have nothing of support. But anyways, yeah, so where are you expecting the story to go? What do you think the story is going to be about? What are the themes?
Definitely death is involved. Yin and yang, good and evil. I'm not sure what else. For sure anyway. Because like, I mean, I guess what it means to have a good heart or whatever probably will somehow be answered.
You're randomly taking that from that one shot in the opening.
No, she literally said you have a good heart.
Oh, there you
So
go. Okay. Same wavelength.
that should be, yeah. If any, like, I mean, she said it, so I feel like, I mean, you referenced the opening too, so that's another hint that it will be answered.
Okay.
Did
you like the opening song? Genuinely, I'm curious. Like the song itself.
Well, the opening was robotic, so I feel like I need a.
Fair enough.
Well, I can't answer that because it was just very messed up for me.
Because I'd be fine if you said you didn't like it.
One of the
'cause a lot
reasons why it
people
was
have said that.
frustrating.
Yeah, at this point, I understand people don't like it. I understand why people don't like it. It's a fair critique.
I need to re-listen to it, to be honest, because I guess it's like I got the gist of how the song was sounding, but like it.
You know,
I don't have the
like,
right idea.
waking
It
up
was
in
like
this world,
she'd be like
the
love,
best of
but like if she's trying to say
the
love, it was just like, okay, this is not right.
That's funny. Now I will say
Same with the ending.
Yeah, that's fair. Every opening, the visuals and audio changes slightly. There's gonna be some things unique in every opening. That said, you can, for the most part, skip the openings if you want, because it's not like a completely different opening every single time, but, you know, it is what it is.
Do you want us to watch it every single time so we can see those differences?
Maybe I'll like a couple of them. Plus, there is an opening 2 later on in the season, but ending 1 stays as ending 1 the whole way through. Maybe you change headphones. Maybe it's a headphone issue. I doubt it, but I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't changed headphones, but I could try changing them though and see if that does anything.
Yeah. Well, folks,
Because I really don't know why this is happening.
Stay tuned. What am I saying? No one's going to be watching this part of the VOD, if anyone's watching the VOD in the first place. Just going to skip to the next episode if they're watching at all. Let me know when you can hear me again.
All right, I can hear you.
All right. But yeah, so how do you think this journey is gonna go? Where are they gonna go? When are they gonna get there? I mean, the end
Well, interestingly,
goal
you're a
is...
lot less robotic now,
Oh,
so
there
maybe
you
that
go.
has a role.
Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, do you think they'll get
But
to
it's a lot
heaven,
quieter for
and
some
when?
reason. But
if
that's
they
whenever.
do? Or do you think they won't get to heaven? Like, will their goal change? Will they fail their goal?
Well, I mean, it's a false perfection, so I almost wonder if heaven doesn't exist.
Well, heaven is known to be pretty perfect.
Yeah, so it's not actually going to be perfect. So heaven as we know it won't exist, maybe.
Then again, knowing my
Well,
thoughts
things
on
for sure.
Madara.
I don't think he'll be the first to go to heaven.
Can't blame you. So you aren't gonna see anything of Yin and Yang for quite a while.
What?
Yeah. They're important for the themes of season 1 and the rest of this whole series. It's more of like an overarching theme, though, or overarching thing. I guess I should say. But they're in episode 0 prologue, which isn't made yet, and the second movie, second season, like they're pretty much relevant for the rest of the series. They're pretty much only not relevant for the rest of season 1. But what do you think of that story so far from what you managed to pick up from it?
Well, I'm also interested about the solution that they just found at the end of the episode. I'm like, what happened? It better not be so obvious that it's like, bro, how did you not think of this sooner?
Well, they're yin and yang. There's like reincarnations or whatever. Do you think yin and yang reincarnated into some of the characters we may know?
Well, potentially, the main character's Yin's reincarnate, but Yang, I don't think we would have been introduced to yet, unless it's the angel lady, and she's just actually the evil villain.
Ooh, interesting.
Otherwise, I don't think we've been introduced to him yet, because we've only been introduced to 2 characters besides Yin and Yang. So it doesn't really, yeah.
A little early to be asking that question.
No, it's also possible it's the other way around. The main character's actually the Yang, but then I would question why she thought he had a pure heart. I mean, not to say that Yang is necessarily evil, but he's definitely portrayed as the bad guy, so.
Well, I will say the intention of the pure heart line isn't to say he has a pure heart, even though that's true and, like, I guess important, and you'll see later on. It's more to say that she knows things about him. Like, imagine if a stranger came up to you and you haven't done anything. It's like, you have a good heart. You would be wondering, how do you know that?
Yeah.
That's
the
idea.
She says she can literally show him his whole life, so she probably knows his whole life.
Yeah. The real question there is how. Guardian Angel shenanigans, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know specifics. I don't know if she is the Senrigon, or if just all Guardian Angels know the life of everyone, or if it's only the people that they're selected to help, guide their path, and then they forget it, or what. But she knows his whole life anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so episode 1.5. I'm going to be, probably of the entire series, most curious to hear your thoughts on this episode, even probably the beginning of the episode. I'm not going to explain it yet. I'm just going to let you figure it out on your own.
So what's really interesting here, I think it's just your F, but your F looks so much like an arrow pointing to the donut. Can you see this?
An arrow? It does not look like an arrow at all. That's so funny, though.
Bro, it looks like a poorly drawn arrow. Yes, it does.
Why is the tail of the arrow going down instead of
arrow?
Oh, I kind of see it now. Never mind. That's funny.
It's pointing to the donut.
Yeah. The tail is short in that case.
Like, happy birthday, Mimi. This is Mimi, or Mimney. And then that's just the arrow, and then it's all perfection. Yeah. I mean, you already forgot the S. It's false perfections, plural. I don't see. This is only one false perfection.
In that case, it's intentional. It's like alpha and omega. The beginning and end are missing.
Yeah.
Which works because now we're at the middle of the series. Yeah. So far, how does Naruto stack up to false perfections? The episode 1 of false perfections, how does that compare to all of Naruto?
Well, I hope you're okay with me saying that I think all of Naruto is better than the one episode of false perfection.
I guess I'll give you a slide on that
Given
one.
that the story, I haven't felt the entirety of the story yet.
Fair enough. All right.
So is Mimney turning 3 years old?
May or not, no. I see where you're saying that.
Because
but...
there's only 3 candles.
Well, as from this perspective, there are. What if there's more candles behind those candles at the perfect angle?
Many candles hidden behind. Are any of these symbols relevant?
No, it's
The star,
it's
the disco ball.
It's a freaking happy birthday thing that I included in the episode. He's welcome. That's all this is. It's you're looking too deep into this.
In the beginning, the
The
universe
was simple.
Oh, there's no. Oh, it's like Attack on Titan where it says this. Does it do the intro thing every episode?
No, just this episode.
Okay.
Again, so this is a
There was only
1.5.
black and white.
It's a special
It was
episode,
a
so it's different from the rest. It's teeters
Okay.
on filler, but I'm gonna say it's anime canon, and there's no manga, so it's canon.
That's like on Attack on Titan. They did the same like intro humanity cattle thing. Like in like I swear to God, I felt like it was like 30 episodes, even though it wasn't that many. And I was like, bro, we know.
That's funny.
world of atoms and nothingness. A world without ideas.
It's a lot quicker this time
There
around.
is no such thing as free will. Suddenly, everything changed.
The circle of
A
yin
spark
yang
of consciousness exploded
was missing
in a
again,
random
though.
place,
Oh, I know.
and there was a sudden proliferation of color. This universe became a place where every action has consequence.
Can you see this? I see like a dragon almost. Can you see the animal in it?
Actually, I love that because there's a dragon in the second movie. Works perfect.
And then this one I can kind of see. You could call it another dragon, a seahorse, or if you really get crazy, an elephant trunk up here. But can you see this?
Well, even
This
though I can't see it, I'll say it's a second dragon because there's a second dragon in the fifth movie. Fifth movie.
Okay.
There you go.
That was until 7 souls were born.
Oh,
No, it's the fourth movie. I was wrong.
I guess a lore. Now it looks like there's a lot more than 7 things here, but 1,
Are you gonna
2,
count this?
3,
That's crazy.
4, 5, 6, and then I guess this is 7-ish here.
You have
It's
no
kind of
idea
like
how much I
chameleons
love
here.
this. Social chameleons.
I also like the cup of tea guy. He's like Kawaki holding up the cup of tea.
They were the first to be born with an independent thought, a desire for
That's you.
There he is.
more than the world around them. However, at least at first, they couldn't understand how such
That
a
was
thing
cool.
was possible.
The way they
Were
formed
born.
into yin yang.
They were the
Yeah,
first
right?
to be born with an independent thought, a desire for more
No,
than
wait.
the
Oh
world
shoot. What are these gems?
Something like that.
Well, there's 5 of them.
desire for more
5 that
than
you
the
can
world
see. What if there's
around
2
them.
more hidden behind him?
However, at least at first, they couldn't understand how such a thing was possible. They were the 7 fated spirits of Earth who moved beyond color. They were the ones who changed everything.
I love
But
this.
there was one problem. When the first spirit had arisen, the others weren't yet ready to be awoken. And the rye bread was to blow.
Yes. You pause.
Okay, so those are just trying to figure out if it's a perspective thing. Is this farther away from this one, or is it on like in the air above this one?
Yeah. Yes.
Which one? Is it
Yep. I agree.
it's one of the is it both, or is it both at the same time?
It is.
Okay.
Blame.
So you're building another Titan? Yes, Dr. Titan.
Wait,
This free
What?
game.
that just felt so Attack on Titan.
That's so funny. It's not an Attack on Titan
Was to
reference, I'll tell you that.
blame.
So you're building another Titan?
Look, dude, the way the way he said Titan just sounded like Attack on Titan's dub. Also, this okay. I understand this might not be actually saying any words, but like I feel like I'm seeing letters. Like there's a J, there's an A.
That's funny.
that
The
might be
first
like
letter
an
I
E
see
or
is
something.
D. This is funny.
You see B here?
D. It feels like it's
The
combining
D's
with
not
the A to
complete.
the right. That's how I see the D.
Oh wait, you mean like
Yeah.
this is a D?
Yeah.
Well, that makes this even more tricky if you look at it that way. But are these letters, or is this just like a random? Who is this?
No, it's
Is
not.
that a head?
It's not letters.
Is this just floating clothes?
Yeah, it's head. It's the head's above the screen. You're seeing the.
Is
you're
that the
seeing, like
head?
the chin? Yeah.
That's his chin.
Yeah.
Why is his chin outside of the shirt?
What do
Is
you
he standing
mean? Why
behind
is-
the shirt?
Are your chin in your shirt? Like what? What do you mean?
No, but it's like behind it. I don't know. It just looks like it looks like the shirt's floating in front of him.
That's his collar, the white thing.
This is the call. Oh my god, this shirt is so trippy.
With like, with like the tie, yeah.
Dude, it looks like this is the collar here.
It's
I
like a
don't know,
tuxedo.
this is
It's like a tie.
this shirt. This tuxedo's confusing.
Well, he's a scientist. He has to wear fancy clothes. If anything, it's like hypnosis so he can science.
Yeah,
in the
dude. Yeah,
background.
he's got a hypnotizing outfit here, and he's building another Titan.
Yeah.
From Attack on Titan.
Exactly.
My
Yeah.
bread was to blame.
So you're building another Titan?
So wait, who voice act that line?
Which one? Which line?
the line that we just listened to. So you're building another Titan.
That is man. it's his name.
Did he happen to be an Attack on Titan voice actor?
No, he doesn't.
It feels like he is.
Yes, Dr. Titan. She's going to be very helpful if you ever need to fight the shadows.
Dude, this guy sounds like free game.
It is free
Kinda.
game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so
yo,
cool.
you gotta clip this and send this to him.
Oh, he knows.
That's crazy.
I mean, how would he not
Huh?
know? No, yeah, he knows. He did this.
No, but you gotta clip me immediately being like, yo,
Oh.
that sounds like free game.
Okay, yeah, that's funny. I'll do that. Where are we at in the
Dr.
stream?
Titan. She's going to be very helpful if you ever need to
I
fight the
can't,
shadows.
I can't unhear it.
Hour
That's
32.
crazy. So wait, how recently did you make this episode? Like start like doing it?
It was April. It was meant for April episode of whatever year it is, 2022 probably. When it was uploaded. Yeah. April 2022. It's like all of March and the month before probably is when I started editing it. Because it took me, I think, 1 to 2 months.
Like
to edit.
when did you ask free game to voice act this line?
Oh, towards the end. So probably like the month of. Yeah, probably like the end of March, the week before end of March, of 2022.
Of last year.
2022.
So the year before that.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Sisters,
That's
or
so
anyone
funny.
else for that matter.
Free game?
She's going to be very helpful if you ever need to fight the Shadow Sisters, or anyone else for that matter.
Please call me Nzinga Lalise.
Where's his chin? I'm so confused.
You're looking too far into it.
Or anyone else for that matter.
Also, this guy looks pretty trippy too. But
He's a scientist.
Dr. Titan is making another Titan. That's crazy. I'm trying to figure out what he looks like.
Else for that matter.
Is this guy an alien?
He's a strong man.
I
That's
feel
his
like
hair.
I see part.
He could be wearing a hat.
Is this his face? Is that his mouth?
That's his face, yeah. That's like his eyebrows.
Dude, these are his eyebrows?
It's like shadow, yeah. It's like shadow. Like shadow for his eyes. Dark shadow.
Oh man, okay. I thought that was his eyeball. That was his nose. That was his mouth. Okay, now his face is just confusing me.
Whatever.
Please call me Nzinga Lalise.
Bro, this just reminds me of SpongeBob episode titles. This is all I can think about when I see this. Just imagine if they said actual words.
It's like Jared.
Oh my
Bassett.
gosh.
What?
Okay.
Oh, on this one you can turn the captions
I just don't.
on. This is, I think, the only episode where the captions actually work.
I just don't see the chin out of this.
That's crazy.
It looks like his head's missing.
This book is about the first spirit who started to
This
change.
guy's face looks weird too. What is happening? Is that his eye?
Yeah, that's his eye. Can you not tell?
What the heck?
You can tell. Come on.
Well, apples. Is this a Death Note reference?
There are Death Note references in here.
Interesting. Oh yeah, because it's a book.
Everything. She was a girl, but she was already an engineer. The name of this
Okay,
book
hold on. It's just really funny.
Yeah.
This sentence and the way that he said it is so funny. So like, if you're like she was only a girl, but she was already an engineer. When you say it like that, it sounds like, oh wow, that's impressive. But it's like she was a girl, but she was already an engineer. She was a girl, but she was already an engineer. She's an engineer. Like, what's crazy about that? Like,
but she was already an engineer. The name of this book is False Perfections. Sweet Cakes.
Sweet Cakes just feels like it's a reference to your channel, Sweet Dude.
It's not, no.
Or Fish Cakes for Naruto, or combination of the two.
The greatest falseness of this book.
The greatest falseness. Okay. False perfections.
Yeah, there you go.
Book.
You're getting an
is
idea of
not
what
that
the
it will
title
make
means.
anyone's life worse, although
It's the greatest falseness. The greatest falseness of this book is not that it will make anyone's life
greatest
worse.
falseness of this book.
Okay, hold on.
Analyzing
The
this.
greatest falseness.
Psychoanalysis.
So if it was that it will make anyone's life better. Oh my god.
No,
Okay.
it's that it will not make anyone's life
If the
worse.
greatest falseness of this book was is not, but if the greatest falseness of this book is that it will make anyone's life better, that will mean that it will not make anyone's life better. So if it's not that, I guess it's not a false statement, but in this case it's worse. So if the greatest falseness of this book was that it will make anyone's life worse, it means it won't make anyone's life worse. That would be false. But it's not that.
So does it
But
make it
is
worse or
it
better?
a falseness, just not the greatest falseness? Or is it just not even a falseness at all?
So is the falseness a vowel or a negative or a noun? Can be an adjective. You just never know.
Yeah, I mean, like, oh no.
Is not
My
that
man, this poor kid.
That's-
But it's like, if this eye was just like over here, it wouldn't be too weird, but like, it's over there.
What I
Is he
expected-
sticking his tongue out?
Is his mouth. That's what I expected Boruto Otsutsuki to look like.
There's just eyes over there.
That's his ear.
That it will make anyone's life worse, although that is pretty much what it.
Oh, that's pretty much what is supposed to happen. So the book will make anyone's life worse.
In parentheses.
What is supposed to happen.
Pretty much.
The greatest falseness is in the.
The greatest. Okay. Yeah. So it's right. There's just a greater falseness. It's in the title.
It's the greatest.
Let me repeat that. The greatest falseness is in the title. Read the title.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was about to go read the title again. That's funny how you included that. I like that. That's crazy. Boruto Chapter 7 couldn't even be bothered to include the title.
She was a girl, but she was already
an engineer.
The name of this book is...
So the greatest falseness is in the title. False perfection, sweet cakes.
Yeah.
Well, it's either the sweet, the cakes, the false, their perfections, the false perfections, or the sweet cakes.
Or the bracket.
Or I guess
or the
false,
period. Unless
or
you
the
want
colon.
to say. Well, I think the period has to be in the title because it's before the quotation mark ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not sure what it actually is. But...
Sweet cakes. The greatest falseness of this book is not that it will make anyone's life worse, although that is pretty much what is supposed to happen. The greatest falseness is in the title. Let me repeat that. The greatest falseness is in the title. Read the title again. This is it. This is...
This,
yeah.
How did the auto captions get this wrong?
Honestly, well, no, this actually wasn't auto captions. This took me so long. I meticulously went through and added the captions for the correct timing for every freaking word in this freaking thing. Every single one. All 47
So you're telling me that
50
you...
seconds. So actually what I think happened here is I was taking this from the script. I might have been copy pasting if I remember. I think the voice actor is the one that said this. I think the script says that.
But the script was that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which honestly I'm fine with because it's giving the voice actor the freedom, the leeway to make it sound more natural or how he thinks it would sound best. I'm giving them the opportunity to be free. Don't be limited. No restrictions. Make it as best as you can. And there you go.
It's just funny with the captions on.
Title of this book. False
Would it be funny
perfections, sweet cakes.
if you said that book here?
This
is the title of that book.
Of this book. False perfections, sweet cakes. Get a grip on yourself, please.
I like how you told us to read the title again as you proceeded to tell us the title again.
Oh yeah, I was shocked you went back. And you just listening to directions. It's like an interactive game.
Well, I was planning on doing it anyway because I didn't expect you to just say the title of the book again.
You read the whole name of the book twice.
No, that's a lie. Well,
3 times.
Actually, that is a lie. That's a false perfection right there. I read it 3 times.
The greatest falseness is in the title. That was it. You read it twice.
Yeah, it means nothing.
It means nothing. It just sounds nice.
So there you go. That's what false perfections means.
It's so funny because I can imagine you telling me, like, behind the scenes, like, yeah, the name of the book, don't worry about it. It means nothing. It just sounds nice. And, like, but, like, you made it, like, a big thing in the show that the title matters. And then it's just like, yeah, it means nothing. It just sounds nice. So, what I'm learning here is that the narrator can't be trusted.
Well, it's like
Because
Naruto.
I
Naruto
don't
just
know.
sounds nice, but it doesn't mean anything.
Well, kind of. Kind of yes, kind of no.
Prove the Naruto in the
Immense.
title is in reference to Naruto the character. You can't.
Well, yes, because even if it's in reference to the fish cakes, that is in the story a reference to the character Naruto, because Jiraiya made up a character called Naruto after fish cakes, and Minato named his son,
Well, that'd be the other
the main
way
character,
around, but-
after those fish cakes. So, no matter what, it does reference Naruto.
Well, hang on, because the
character
Naruto fish cakes aren't Shippuden. And Naruto's last name is also not Shippuden. So it can't be in reference to either of them.
Well, who said it has to be his last name?
Shippuden's his middle name, Naruto Shippuden Uzumaki.
It's funny how some people think that's his last name, but I mean, it's like, what do you guys think? In part 1, he just didn't have a last name, but in part 2, he does.
That's so funny. I've never heard that.
I mean, imagining it the other way though, it's a fish cake hurricane.
Oh god.
That's pretty crazy.
That'd be
Naruto should have learned that
crazy,
jutsu.
Yeah, I think Tauchi already did.
Yeah. Why didn't Naruto learn that jutsu? The fish cake hurricane.
God.
That actually would have been crazy. Like a crazy call to the name of the part 2 of the anime.
He loves ramen so much, I'm surprised he actually didn't.
He's like, ninja art, Naruto Shippuden.
Oh my god. Do you think if Naruto used the transformation jutsu to turn a clone into ramen, and he took a bite of that ramen, before it poofs away, would he get the taste of ramen, or would it just taste like a puff of smoke or something?
That's tough because
Shadow clones do make organs and bones and stuff.
I don't think it would carry the. Hold on, I'm gonna put a potato in the oven while we talk about this in a second.
I think there's 3 options here. It either tastes like a smoke thing, it tastes like Naruto, or it tastes like the ramen. Or even Naruto's
I think it
idea
tastes
of
like
the ramen.
Naruto.
Okay.
I think it would taste like Naruto because when Naruto, first of all, Kiba could still, like, Naruto's scent wasn't transformed in the Kiba fight. He still smelled like Naruto. That's how Kiba knew which was Naruto. And when Naruto bit, I think he bit Kiba. He either bit Kiba or Akamaru and said they tasted like dog, like wet dog.
Okay. Fair enough.
But depending on which one was transformed, that would influence the taste aspect. But they definitely smell the same. So I'm thinking that the taste wouldn't carry over.
Bro, I still can't believe Kiba just decked Akamaru. It's crazy to me how they got through the anime. Like, it's a cool moment and all, but Kiba just, like, punched a dog.
I mean, not intentionally, but Naruto convinced Kiba to punch his dog, basically.
Crazy.
But it is crazy how they just allowed that, though. Like, oh no, Zaku's arms can't fall off, but yeah, Kiba can just punch his dog. Like, that's okay, though. Like, what are they thinking, bro?
Yeah. I'm guessing you got up, by the way, which is why you haven't played the episode.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Correct. So we're gonna stall for a minute.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this episode so far? Have you learned anything new? What do you think's going on with it?
Well, I learned that I'm very curious about Free Game's character.
Mm-hmm.
And the Titan guy, the Attack on Titan doctor.
So again, it's like 50 minutes long. It's a standalone episode. It tells its full, complete story in this episode. There's stuff that you can take away from it to carry on to next episode and stuff. And obviously the first episode matters, which is why it's 1.5 instead of 0.5.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, does it reference the first episode?
Yeah, so it's within the continuity. It's obviously between episode 1 and 2. Arguably not needed, but like good character building and stuff. Learning the world, all sorts of lore.
Do any of these characters continue to exist afterwards, or are they like gone after?
They exist in the world, but not in the story. For the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. The original
most
characters
part.
here. Yeah, the unique characters, yeah. So again, it's like a
Does
short
Free
movie.
Games character reappear?
So when I say that, I mean like they are referenced a select handful of times at most. They don't appear in the story again.
Or a Free Games character. I was hoping Free Game could be the final though.
That'd be crazy. So you haven't realized what's happening yet, have you? In this episode.
No, I have no clue what's happening.
Okay. So in this episode, when I said this was an April episode and it's a special episode, this is an April Fool's. Yep, you got it. There you go. I was hoping I wouldn't have given away it earlier. I don't. You might have subconsciously picked up on it, or you just didn't say it out loud. So yeah. So this episode was entirely, exclusively created by AI.
I think you mentioned how you did this one time before.
Yes.
That's really funny.
So the script.
So that's probably why everything's so random.
The script, the art, the music, I think some animation, probably something else as well. But all of that was made by AI. Everything that was made by humans include some of the custom art and animation made by obviously humans for this episode, as well as you'll see the custom opening and ending. Obviously, I edited it all together. And for the voice acting, this is my favorite part. All voice acting was done by the voice actors, and they said their lines naturally. The way I did this, I went about this, is I held a group react table read for the first time they got to see their lines for this episode. So I got every...
Wait, you did a what?
A table read, first reaction to the script. I got every voice...
What does that mean?
So every voice actor that appears in the script, I get them all live on a call to read their lines for the first time. So every bizarre thing the AI had them say, they recorded it as their first reading of the line all together. It's the best thing I've ever done.
That's funny.
So
did anyone
marvelously
like
great.
say anything while they were reading it? Like this
They
is
all knew.
Like, they're like, what is going on?
Yeah, they all knew beforehand. So it's more of like a thing of it's almost like an improv session of can they say the line without cracking up reading it for the first time. Some of the lines they don't even know what they mean or are. like it was really a test of just their improv skill. As it
like
goes
what we
on,
did
you'll
with
see
the
how crazy
other
it is.
stream earlier today. Like,
Yeah, exactly. They did a really good job.
Can
too.
we do it with a straight face? That's funny.
Yeah. And again, like, it's a table read. We're, for the most part, trying to be immersed. So, like, one person says their line. We don't stop to discuss it. The next person just says their line. They're reacting off of each other, just playing off of one another. So cool. So funny.
That's funny.
I know.
And you're allowed to laugh all you want. You're not recording.
Well, I was recording
Actually, you may
my
have
lines.
recorded this episode.
Yeah. So
I was gonna say you may have actually done this episode.
Not every one of them could do it, but like 80% of them could. There's probably like 12 people in the call or something crazy. The idea of that was inspired by another YouTuber called Snapcube, who made an AI Shadow the Hedgehog script. It's basically the same idea, and it was just really funny. So I was like, hey, this is perfect for a funny thing for an April Fool's episode. And that's what I did. It was heck getting it scheduled, but it all worked out perfectly.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and so that's a separate video on the channel of the table read reaction. Just a whole video in and of itself. Just had to get that out there. So funny.
It's funny. It's the AI story. So the AI just wrote this.
Yeah.
It
So,
just sounds
I will
nice.
say, but again, writing the script, I'm going through the screenwriter's perspective. You tell it what to say, basically. So it writes its own thing, but you're still the writer. In fact, I had like a co-writer for this to help keep it consistent, like a script Bible I made. And then you would just run it through the same things over and over, going with the best idea. And then sometimes the AI would go in its own direction, and you actually realize, oh, that's a cool direction to take this into. Let's go there. Or like, oh, that's inconsistent. I got to change it here. Or this is consistent, so this stays. And it's like a thing of what do you cut out? What do you keep? What do you play off of? What do you expand on? And eventually, like this script went through so many go-throughs. Eventually I got something I was satisfied with, of it still retaining, obviously, its AI core, to where this is its own unique original AI story, but in a way to where I keep it canon with false perfections. Not only that, but expanding on the lore and all that. Just makes it 10 times funnier. Just the concept of this episode.
I guess that's why you said it was borderline canon.
Yeah, the concept of this episode in and of itself is just a joke. It's almost like One Punch Man.
Please,
as like
you
idea.
read the whole name of the book twice. It means nothing. It just sounds nice. It sounds fuzzy. You are tricked into reading more of this fuzzy little
So this
book.
is just a fun
In other
experience.
words, come on.
It's just a good ride.
Don't you know better? No one is fooled in America into thinking this book is worth reading. Do I seem too mean? Is it okay to do my job so crudely?
Narrator
Do
just
not turn
roasting
away.
everyone.
Listen again. True perfections. Sweet cakes.
Oh yeah, as the episode goes
That
on,
is
the
what it
AI
is
goes
about.
off the rails.
It's in this.
Wait, now it's true perfection.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. You know what? I kind of regret not paying someone to make a True Perfections logo. Just change the logo. That was funny. If I could go
title.
back, I would do that.
It can be better than
Upside
True
down, though.
Perfections because it ends with cakes. But True Perfections is
Yeah,
bad
so all the
enough.
art is AI in this episode.
So good? By the way, that's an adverb.
That's not an adverb, by the way. Okay,
I was really confused by what he was saying was an adverb. Because I was
Okay.
like, what's an adverb?
Okay, so Kamui, before we get into this opening, let me ask you, what's the funniest musical thing an AI can write?
I don't know.
So the ending is a sad song. The opening is an epic death metal song. The two genres that are the funniest for AI to write. And then you just lean into it. So enjoy. Again, this was
AI wrote
this was
a death metal.
professionally produced, by the way. Again, like I paid like a real singer to sing this and everything. And
But the AI wrote the song.
yes.
That's crazy. I'm hype.
But True Perfections is bad enough.
I wrote it with the AI, but yes.
So good?
I
By
had the
way,
rhythm and everything.
That's
It's-
an
oh my god, it's so
adverb.
good. Animation, everything. JJK. Attack on Titan reference.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
So nonsensical.
I'll save everyone. That's that scene. That reminds me of Death Note. I feel like with the
Yeah.
changing colors. But
Here, I'll add that. 9. You really want
I'm
to
sorry, I want to see all the hidden things in the opening. That guy kind of reminds me of Gato. Oh my
It
god.
says moral hazard. There you go.
Okay. There's an Naruto reference. That one reminded me of the church where Grisha goes to, but that could be a coincidence.
Yeah, no, that's just nonsensical animation. Has nothing to do with anything. Same with this part right here. This is what perfection sounds like.
That looks like Maki, I feel like. That character design also like Maki, dude. It's like...
Yeah, this is cool because this opening gave me a chance to be experimental and use some of the like behind the scenes like rough draft things, like the sketches and stuff that like no one would ever see. It's a cool chance to use it in like an experimental style, just to do something.
Yeah.
With it. Yeah.
Are any of these visuals like Easter eggs to the actual story? Like that,
Yeah.
you know, like the main character
Yeah, some of
getting
them I
stabbed?
just threw in the animation for like actual things. Like that's from movie 2.
Yeah,
But this
like-
this car thing, no, not at all. The car edit is probably the funniest part for me.
Yeah, but like him being stabbed by this character again, this lady.
Ooh, the consistency.
So this lady's gotta be Yang, bro. Oh, there's that one again. Who is Zeal?
The AI
Is that
made
the name
it
of
up.
the main character?
The AI made it up, and because the AI made it up for the opening song, Zeal becomes a thing in this story. That's what I'm talking about. It chooses the
That's what-
direction, and then I go with that
You know,
direction.
The lyrics make no sense, but I actually like the song still worked.
What's
Like,
crazy, again, like screenwriter thing, this sounds so dumb. This is one of the tightest scripts I've ever written. Everything works in the totality of the story, even if you don't know it yet.
What's also funny is this probably isn't an Arashiki reference, but it's funny how like non-symmetrical these like things are. The wings are kind of like Arashiki's wing horn things.
That's funny, but no, it's not.
Yeah, it's so saying like it's probably not a reference.
False perfections. A true fiction.
But what's the title of the book changed again?
In this new place where life
What?
Yeah, just including the script for part of it.
Yeah, no.
began, a girl was born. She was a girl in a world that was
Wait. Did she become an engineer?
anything but ordinary. This is the story of the wild, untamed native woman who fought for her rights,
Is that what a native woman looks like?
This is the engineer.
became a female savior.
Huh?
This is the engineer. You can probably tell.
She's the engineer.
Yes.
Okay.
Savior, and later, a birthday gift to the world. Antonia Mary Tent retired from living at age of old, surrounded by family and natural causes.
Retired
A
from living.
librarian from
Surrounded
birth,
by family,
Antonia
natural
Mary
causes.
Tent was an avid collector of dust. She had a sweetheart and married her high school.
Bro, what?
She loved having hobbies and helping her sons to be disadvantaged youths. She had no horses, but thought she did. The church gave her a choir because she sang like a bird and looked like a bird. And Antonia Mary Tent was a bird. She owed us so many poems. The funeral will be held at heaven. In lieu of flowers, send Antonia Mary Tent more life.
So good.
I can't believe I got into this situation because I ate a loaf of wheat bread. I should have listened to my doctor.
We have to fight against the bread.
You're an angel, and I'm on my own.
You're not on my own. I'm right there with you. I'm constantly by your shoulder.
Such broken
I'm
English
not
the
in
whole
agreement
episode.
with you. How do we proceed?
What do you mean? You have to tell me what to do. I need but a single mortal to complete my mission, and I will take you. Why so serious, peasant?
I work hard for my living. Little angel, what do you want?
I'm right there with you. I'm constantly by your side. This is the heart of a lost soul. You must put it in the seashell and command the soul to bring it to me. If you cannot do it, the crystal will be given to another.
Please stop! Leave me alone!
Oh my god, it's crazy. I keep thinking this is you. Like, throws me off, man.
Yeah,
I think that's you laughing, saying, please stop. Oh, it's so confusing.
Please stop! Leave me alone!
In the script, the AI randomly decided Michael goes insane here, and then sane again
Where
right
am
after.
I?
Yeah.
In purgatory?
Oh yeah. My goal is to save everyone. I can't use this soul.
That is noble of you.
I will do it.
I'm not gonna do it. I'll do it. Does it?
Whoa, who are you?
I am someone asking many strange questions. But you can call me Antonia Mary Tent, an associate professor born in Brazil. Can
Doesn't
you
make
explain
sense.
what's happening here?
No,
Why not?
I have no idea.
Well then,
Just
I
think of the
suppose it's my
AI
turn.
writing that,
What?
and I'm going with that. So funny.
you know, to give you the explanation.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering if you'd come around.
Tell me, what are you doing with this giant marble block on the floor?
It's a giant marble block. It's cut into two parts.
Kamui, give me your
giant
best
steps
voice
to-
acting of that.
That's impossible. No.
To what?
The block name.
I just realized I can lean back. I can actually adjust this boom arm enough to lean back comfortably.
Let me hear the block name, Kamui.
But impression of what?
The block name.
Huh?
Go back 5 seconds. You can use your arrow keys. It's probably easier. That works too.
Wait, what?
The block. What is it?
Gigantic marble block.
There you go. Okay.
I didn't realize you could do the arrow key thing though.
Oh yeah. You can
Wondering
use
if
comma
you'd
and
come
period for
around.
1 frame at a time.
Tell me, what are you doing with this giant marble block?
Oh,
on
that's
the
how you
floor?
do that?
Yeah.
It's a giant marble block. It's cut into two parts, like giant step stool.
That's impossible.
What does that
No
mean?
That's
self-respecting mathematician
impossible.
can do it. Only by sheer luck could you start cracking such a big thing.
For being given a hint, I did. After all, I have combat experience.
I see. Where is it?
Seated where it is, directly on my very floor. Wait a minute. This isn't my floor.
This is Purgatory's floor.
Actually, I knew you would say that. I received a hint.
A hint? By who?
It's a secret.
So stupid.
Don't
The
tell
whole
anyone.
way through.
We'll tell you
So
when
funny.
we want you to know. But you have to be chosen.
What? Chosen to do what?
Be with me.
You want me to be with you?
Yes.
Okay. I suppose I'm with you.
Operation Wasp was
She just
perfect.
says it.
We were on the Titanic, sailing across the Atlantic. They had no communications, no radar. The hurricane was out of control. They said it would be the most famous landing in history. But just a few hours later, it became very clear that I was facing the dark side of the clan. The founder of Operation Wasp isn't who he said he was. He was one of those zealots.
The Zeal. Aren't they that evil organization?
There you go.
We must stop them.
And the only one who can is Fuyu.
Fuyu? You don't mean one of the 7 spirits. She'd been born a slave on the soil of the land of the horse, but on her 4th birthday she had awakened. Fuyu helped in curing and preventing several diseases. Fuyu usually has red, purple, blue, and black hair and wears masks that resemble those of the Greek gods, with the exception of Juan, who wears the mask of the
Why
laughing
does it
Buddha.
include that?
She's able to project a force field from their mouth, and that is strong enough to knock over large trees.
She was, special. She could tell things. She was hearing the thoughts of those around her. She could feel
You could tell
souls. They were all close to her. But she had to be patient.
We must be pretty
She
special
needed to
too.
learn, and slowly she would learn to know people, to know the things they were feeling. And after 15 years, there came a day when she knew all.
She's omniscient.
I see.
Yes, of course. It all makes sense now.
Oh, really?
Legendary 7 children born of legend. These 7 children are not part of the official 11.
The official
They could
11.
have gone their own separate way after they were born. The problem being that they are too damned old for
Just
there to be
random
any
cursing out of
certainty
nowhere
that they
for
actually
no
exist.
reason.
That's for you to figure out.
Just then, Starfield, Antonio Mary Tent's pet, joined the team.
How are you doing today?
Quite well. How are you?
I've been incredibly under-entertained up to this point.
So
It
fourth
doesn't have a
wall
plot,
breaking
worth
too.
nothing.
It is to be expected.
How long has it been since we met?
You may have forgotten the night we first met. You had just woken up from a 2-year-long coma. You were tired, but something about the place where you were keeping caught your eye. It was full of stars.
Broke
A
the
vast
accent there.
black void full of them. At least, that's what we told you.
How many stars were there?
More than you can imagine.
That's what they told
More
him, but
than
there's
any
more
of
stars.
us can imagine. There are stars that are bigger than the galaxy. There are stars that are smaller than a grain of sand.
That line is so cool, but just doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't want to break up the party, but we need to focus. First, we need to...
I know we've already
Doesn't say
completed
what he needs to
Operation
do.
Wasp when we manipulated the creation of air molecules to manifest into a hurricane strong enough to lift the Titanic. But now, we're going a different route with Tent's plan. We're building both 1 and a dozen of these so-called Children of Spirits. There's no mystery like this
A
experiment.
dozen, but there's
Tent
11 official.
thought she had us fooled. But I now know that Fuyu was a part of her life or development.
Yes, the legend of the twins.
I still think Legend of the Twins is stupid. Call them Shadow Sisters.
Yes, sir.
When she was born, Tent and her group were barely babies. They were already in full force in training for explosions. She made our plans far more practical than we ever could have wished. Now that everything is complete, we've dropped our hands and allowed her to finish her work for us. Otacon, you'll be needed when this is done.
Just like you asked, sir. I was commanded to meet with the right people, and the right people have been found.
We have time to work and plan on this. If you have time, we'll need you. We'll be meeting on the 30th of March this year. We'll be going in on the 28th and 29th of March next year. There will be training and a debriefing to follow. We're also going to have some sort of celebration, but that is after the debrief. If you're interested, we'll need you. If you're not interested, there's not much time, but I'm sure we can do this. Please, keep in touch with us, Otacon.
Don't worry, sir. I'll be out of contact for a while, but I'll be in touch.
That's my favorite
After all,
line.
we are zealous because we are members of the Zeal. I am a proud member of the Zeal of the Lamb of God. I belong to the Lamb, and I'm the Lamb.
The majority of the people that know us will not agree with us.
The devil doesn't know because the devil is blind, and there is no sight for the devil to see. He is blind, and there are blind people.
Yes, I know how blind people work. What I want to know is, why?
So good.
Satan observed the egg pilgrim's heart short.
What?
What does that mean?
It's actually important too.
Here?
It wasn't me who wanted to come.
Then whose idea was it?
Mine.
I wonder what Stella thinks about the Zeal.
Hey, Stella, what do you think about the Zeal?
Kind of interested in it because I've been noticing that lately. We've all been moving at the same speed. I don't want to see the results, but I can't wait to see the results. I just want
What's
to know
all these
what's
contradictory
going on.
lines?
I just want to know what's going on.
If
That's a
we're gonna
perfect
defeat
line.
the Zeal, then we need to go to them first. They have to come to us. Let's go to them. They're strong. They can be beaten.
We need to make a line from the sea to the mountains. If they come to do combat with us, we can show them that we are not rash. We have a bunch of cash.
Tell them that we are people of reason. We can show them the idea that war should be an instrument of justice. We can show them with the power of Vuyu.
And that is why, when you take into account the size of the soldiers involved and how important the war is for the Zeal, you realize that the cost will be so high that the penalty isn't very small. Not just for the doctor who will be executed, but also for everyone else. I don't want that. I want to save everyone.
In that case, there's no time to waste. Either way, we need to connect the mountains and the sea in order to meet the Zeal. We're going to go into Michael's memories, so let's go.
This episode is bizarre.
It's really strange that whenever I touch Michael's memories, it is always snow.
Fun fact, in the 19th century, many continental settlements are said to have started in the mountains.
Actually, that's a lie.
The
Now that
AI
we're in the
says
mountains,
something
we
that
need
says
to
it's a
connect to
lie.
the sea.
No reason.
First, we will defeat the tyranny of the fearful fears inside of our bodies. To free ourselves, we must go inside our bodies, get lost, and go to the vital link to life. That will free us and defeat the fears. They call this the mind.
We're not doing that. First, we are going to target their resources. We will be attacking them where they live and work and play. Second, we will attack their communications and information networks. Third, we will target their command and control. Fourth, we will stop them from carrying out their plans. We will deny their freedom of movement and access to information and technology.
And finally, we will subject them to intense pressures to make them change their behavior.
Let's go after them.
Wait, we still don't have access to Fuyu's powers. There's only one way we can be sure of victory. I will use a subatomic theory model to transform myself into...
Way! You can't be serious!
AI talking about
Oh, I'm
AI
as
is
serious
too
as I'll ever
funny.
be. I will do so by transforming my atoms. I will split carbon into carbon and oxygen atoms, my hydrogen into hydrogen and nitrogen atoms, my oxygen into nitrogen and oxygen atoms, and my hydrogen into hydrogen and fluorine atoms. In this way, I will lose no atoms and will not lose any cells. In this way, I will make myself into an AI.
Easy.
That's impossible!
Sure that you've thought this through?
That's too dangerous.
I will make myself into a carbon AI.
Are you crazy?
That is the only way to keep myself. We must win.
You're crazy.
That is the only way to protect myself and everyone else.
Oh my god!
It's done.
Well, what do we do now?
I don't know. I've never messed with an AI before.
They're an AI now.
We can't just let them take us over. Let's go.
That's a Jujutsu Kaisen
reminds me of
reference.
JJK.
Yep, episode 1.
Yeah.
The thing I literally complained about.
What the? What are you doing here? We're better off succeeding with this plan than we would be normally. Whatever the boy with an AI borders plan is, it doesn't matter.
Dare you talk about my pet like that? You take that back!
Talk? The Zealot prefer action, because in the case of fair talk, maybe it'll stop you too close to the moral boundary. Not to your benefit anyways.
So, we will go out and choose the morals about scaring her. Our plan, following Operation Wasp, is based on the plum pudding model, one of 7 scientific models of the atom.
Get ready for
After
this
I discovered
explanation.
this atom. But before the discovery of the
crazy.
atomic nucleus, the model tried to explain the nature of an atom based on its supposed building blocks. There are various reasons why such a model might have been considered.
And what might that be?
It was intended as sort of the answer to the philosophical question, what is an atom? It tried to answer the question based on what we know of atoms, but didn't explain atoms based on what we do know of atoms, and so provided an intuitive conception of an atom that fit with your intuition of an atom. In other words, it was designed to explain how atoms are, rather than to explain what atoms are.
Everybody
You
asks what an
monsters.
atom is, but nobody asks how the atom is. And thanks to Tent's help in Operation Wasp, we have discovered the missing variable that allows us to manipulate molecules freely.
It's true. During that operation, I helped discover the truth behind the plum pudding model.
But Tent, why?
Because I was jealous. Jealous of my sister, Fuyo. I couldn't stand how she thought that one way or another, every new study could only prove her the right one. That led me to make a choice. I had to destroy her.
Kill her sister.
Afterwards, I felt so guilty. I used the plum pudding model to create an explosion large enough to retire from.
Then killed herself.
No, I think you're wrong. This model doesn't rely on manifesting molecules
Out of
based on
nowhere.
electron quantity,
Comes out of nowhere.
but rather it relies on heat. I would know. I often work with high temperatures. This model seems to achieve a plasma temperature of 100 million degrees Celsius, the threshold required for commercial fusion energy. This is by far the highest temperature ever achieved in a spherical tokamak and by privately funded tokamak.
Tokamak is a
So
real
that's why
science
there's a Marvel
thing.
block with you. If there was no record, it worked correctly. But if there were records, but the query doesn't contain the filter, it returns that there is no record. After that, the filter works. But why?
I think it has something to do with the fact that it is an...
The AI just spat this out, and so I included it.
Hey, son. Huh?
It's too late. We will harness the energy of the sleeping children of legend and manipulate their atoms into our army. We can enslave humanity into consuming nothing but whole grain bread.
You monsters! Whole grain bread is icky!
If people just ate whole grains and stopped stuffing their faces, the argument goes they could eat less.
Exactly. Veganism is the answer to saving humanity from starvation. With whole grain bread, people will live healthy lives.
Just because they're healthy doesn't mean they're happy. Besides, all the vitamins are not there in their purest form, only the enzymes, so it doesn't taste better.
You're unhealthy.
People should be able to choose what they want to eat. You fools! It's true. A truly modern model of the atom is given by quantum mechanics. However, there was one flaw in your theory. You did not have equations that accurately describe a relativistic particle. You solved this problem by stating that, to remove all complications, it is permissible to neglect the mass of the electrons and the massive energy of the proton, i.e., to assume that the rest of their energy is negligible and that the proton is regarded as being at rest.
You're right. There were actually two legendary children who had awoken, both Wuyu and myself. But your theory is flawed. This idea was proven to be incorrect by Fuyu herself. She lent me her ultimate thesis after her passing, but you miscalculated. You never read the thesis.
Plot twist.
When she calculated the quantum mechanical theory of a proton with negligible mass, she didn't find the protons to be at rest. Instead, she found an unacceptably large number of energy eigenstates. Fuyu then solved the problem to create a productive source of energy, but you never did.
Impossible.
We'll have to find a way to beat them. Doctor, you have to stop the operation. The energy from releasing the catalyst is unsustainable. It can't be controlled.
It's over, Doctor. The experiment is a failure.
I'm not entirely sure you should be saying things like that now that you're, an AI for some reason.
So, I can only run the program at level 1 until we stop the program?
Questioning why it's an AI.
I'm afraid so, but it isn't over yet. Doctor, do you remember? What's the last thing you asked me to do?
Get someone to try to talk to the AC squad for me?
That's correct. I've never let you down before, Doctor. The AC squad found a solution. It's risky, but now it's our only shot.
I've been backed into a corner. Years of research. All for this. Very well then. We have no choice. Start the machine. Get start, you large barf, arf and arf!
What does that even mean? See if it explains what just happened.
Dr. Titan, friends and opponents are outwitted by implausible twists and weapons in this zero-sum game of life and death. With the machine started, everyone is teleported inside of the machine. Except, it was never a machine. It was a gaming console. The doctor called it a Titan.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Don't know.
Oh, so
But
good.
I do. Heaven and video games do not mix nicely. You know, it's cathartic to talk
Why
about
not?
your murderous fantasies and dystopian spams. You make some progress with modifiers like terrifying and long. And often enough, the deluge of psychiatric lamentations brings a wave of truth washing away a tinge of violent nature raised by hysterical conspiracy theorists. However, exaggeration conceals anxieties. There's so many lying beneath the feverish reverie offered by strangers peddling excitement every day, and it can all be found here. Why?
Try to clear my head of the confusing, overwhelming amount of information and figure out what comes next for the two of us when I discover, much to my chagrin, that I am already making plans for the two of us to become the last two people on Earth. How do we defeat that guy? Or get his number?
I don't know.
But that's not what you said before.
I literally didn't.
That's right. You didn't.
But you just gave me an explanation.
Well, you just butchered the explanation, so... I suppose, in a way, the both of us are to blame. For not explaining it properly, and for you not answering the question.
That's enough.
Look,
Doctor.
I know I said I would stop once the operation was started, but now I don't care if I ever want to see you
That's Mr.
again.
Spiraling's
So,
voice actor.
please don't make me. I don't want to see you anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
this
leaving.
did sound familiar.
What about all the programs you've made with?
I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to be happy. So please, just leave me alone, okay?
Love it.
Operation has started. I have to stop this.
Don't think like that. The operation was started because of her.
Out of nowhere,
Hello,
Karen, a completely new, unique, original character, comes out of nowhere.
It was me you tried to stop.
Karen, honey.
You know
So now I
What
have
are you
to
doing?
explain it.
I am the world of music, but you are the world's melody. Ever since the day Stella trapped me in this machine, that doctor promised to reunite us. But you have never seen me. Ever. Remember? The operation has started. I don't know why, but it has something to do with you. You gotta be there.
In a way, she is talking to her past self and future self. But I don't recall if this is outright stated. This is where things start going downhill.
At least it admits
The
it.
Zealot manifests itself primarily by endless gunfire and stabbing, for a self-inflicted farewell with little remorse attached. Heaven overpaints friendliness as contrite penitence, and hell contains parameters of the age-old problem, only expanded to worsen horror within bloody fights and war. All of these combine here, in this game, to damage these parameters, and worsen horror within the living world. Modals of children praying grows the zeal's power to the host location. That will be a tough one to beat. It will get tougher, but there is a way. Find Fuyu.
What do you mean?
Oh, I finally see his face. I finally get it.
You finally get it. That's crazy.
Yeah, on free games, I kind of think I mean, the other guy's body changed, but like, I see his hair,
There you
those little mask.
Yeah.
This background, whatever this is, just really threw me off.
That's funny. Looks like a
I don't know if you can get him before he transformed. Well, I mean, the other ones had made it blatantly obvious what his design was, I guess.
To beat. It will get tougher, but there is a way. Find Fuyu.
What do you mean, Otacon? If you could only look into her mind. I know you could.
She can't see this.
She doesn't need to. Just trust me. Don't be a Karen, Otacon. There's no reason to get this emotional.
But,
I've always liked you. I've always trusted you.
but...
And always known you had something up your sleeve, Stella. No, please. Just let me leave. I was always a few steps behind you. But that was fine. You were lost. I knew you would need my help.
I need something more right now.
The Egg Pilgrim is a father that I have
The Egg
only
Pilgrim.
ever heard about and then read about in a couple of places. He is a traveler that seeks the wisdom of the ancestors. He seeks the answers of the past and the hope of the future. He seeks the ability to give his son a good life, a life that has purpose and meaning. The Egg Pilgrim is a traveler that is out in search of the wisdom of the ancestors. He is on a quest to gain understanding of his place in the world. He wants to know why he is here, and what his purpose is, what his place is in the world. He is a man that seeks to find answers, and I am his slave.
You wish to join us?
Yes, of course. I would have
Got
used
that
a
from
sign, but they just kind of went out of style.
Oh, you're so weak to be any use of us. We can do anything we want. Even raise the dead if we want. You will be our puppet.
I told you we couldn't trust her. Get out of here.
Am not leaving without my baby. I'm going to raise him to be a great warrior, like myself.
The dead shall never rise. I don't know how long I've spent running, but no matter what, at least I'll be able to say I gave everything I could for this.
The eraser on his body.
Great catalysm, a beacon of evil,
Is to make the sword
den of
fit.
darkness, and so I banish you from this place forever.
So good. It's so funny. Just teleports her away.
Just signed my own death warrant. I will now leave. The rest of you, please fix this situation.
Mama, don't be afraid. I'm going to be a great warrior, like you, someday.
Unsettling textures and gaming values
gaming
are all
values.
around.
So he's
Are
the
all around.
son of
Models
her.
legendary
Something like
children can
that.
be seen in the distance, praying to the Zeal. It was truly a disturbing to host location. Fuyu's powers from beyond divinity jump when balls crack and fill.
What does that mean?
French. Intellectually
powerful.
sterile, athletic, liberating youngsters, or any other obstacles will no longer spine to get in my way. These days spent in this game will create a divine toy that it sounds blatantly fundamental.
Just how much
God
trouble
of
they
death,
had.
please
saying-
grant me the power to kill these gods. God of destruction, please grant me the power to kill these gods. God of life, please grant me the power to kill these gods.
Alright, but if I grant your request, you'd better help me destroy those tentacle demons from the deep void. Hello, my dear.
Who are you? Is that really you?
It's been a long time, Ten.
Remember, Tint and Fuyu are sisters.
You disappeared. I thought you were dead.
Tint killed Fuyu.
You have been in this game all this time?
The Zealot have been experimenting for years. We were merely the first successful generation, Ten. The Zeal found my thesis. I flew too close to the sun. We've been playing right into their hands.
No, it can't be.
The mass of 1,000 failed experiments, some who are millennia old, built this tomb with me, deep within the source code of this game.
That's okay. You're going to help us defeat them.
But know this, I can never kill the gods, so help me if I ever get a chance. When this is over, we're going to need to have a long talk. A book review that has nothing to say about the book can do nothing but amaze. And even then, a book about human beings remains a little short of the picture. The one human characteristic that astonishes and intrigues us the most is the one who eludes the brightest and the smartest of us the moment we die. What happened before life and after death?
What a deep
Now,
question.
let's get this show on the road.
You can't defeat me, you cold woman!
Use my power. Destroy them.
Let's get this over with.
I'm going to destroy you.
I won't let that happen.
Me neither. We both won't let this happen. If I destroy you, then I can't destroy you anymore.
He cracked up.
My owner blew herself up when she realized what she did. That explosion was compressed down into this block. Now take this!
You still don't understand, do you? You think you're going to defeat me? You are greatly mistaken. There is no defeat when it comes to the gods. There is only extinction.
I will not let you force your will upon me or anyone else.
It would be wise for you to take that threat seriously, mortal.
I will not be your pawn.
There is no escape for you or anyone else. The world is coming to an end soon. It is only a matter of time before the world as you know it is extinguished.
I will not let that happen. I am going to destroy you.
So be it.
I'm gonna destroy you. So be it.
It all
Then he
gets
just
resolved
doesn't.
in the
And then
last
that's
10
just it.
minutes or so, where we get
That
a
was the
nice little
climax.
twist. I don't know what it was with the Japanese and all the killing battles in their movies. Apparently, it's as bad in Japan as anywhere else.
Great transition to the resolution.
I'm sorry I was jealous of you. I just felt all alone until Starfield showed up.
Sí, pero no me hagas llorar.
Randomly in
Ahora
Spanish.
estoy llorando. Fúyate, mucho fuyo.
Where there was sand, there I saw the stars.
That looks like Ada.
In the return to my mother.
When did he
But
die?
first, Tent, come closer. I want you to know.
So funny.
There, I said.
Said
You
what?
said what?
Now, where were we?
The stars.
The stars. Yes, the stars can be very, very cold at night.
That's not how that works.
You see, my mother once told me a story of the stars. One night, many, many years ago, the stars looked down in such a way that the planets and moons were mirrored in their reflections. It was so very beautiful that I can still remember the look of it. Now, tell me, will you look it with me?
Yes. I'll be with you.
Then follow me, please.
Okay.
It's a miracle we won. They thought they had us. They were closing in, and we were reeling. I think this is the first time I'm not nervous. Just a little excited.
This is a voice actor Cam hated,
Thank you
by
for
the
your
way.
help in defeating those Zia.
Is that guy?
Huh?
The Zealot were mindful
That strong
not
guy
to-
or whatever? He was the guy that Cam hated the voice of. If you remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
to awaken us all, to become one whole.
Surprised of all the ones, that's the
Seven
one.
distinct symmetrical hearts ring,
Fine.
still linking us to the universe.
Did she recognize Freakin's
The will of
voice?
the whole
Probably, I
spread
think
through
so.
each generation
I don't know if
again
he
and
even knew him
again.
back then.
Each time coming closer than the last. A gift that lets us remove hope from the zeal. And now soul sunlight radiates the dreamers of the next generation.
It wasn't a dream. It was an illusion. If it was a dream, I could wake up any second.
Either way, I think you need a therapist.
so funny that
You're
AI
obviously
adds
hearing
these
things that
things.
aren't there.
They think I'm dangerous.
Of course, the god of all weapons could sort things out. And so she came to our aid. At this point in the game, the Zeal's heads are turning into fruits and vegetables for a predetermined period of time.
What?
What an unspeakable horror.
This leads to a rather gruesome fight with a giant tomato demon. They are sort of cheating in that fight, but whatever floats their boat.
Dr. Titan has lost his life goal. You will gain several new ones, but it's too late. The old ones and the new ones are being brought into antagonistic conflict with one another for all of eternity.
As it should be. For all of eternity.
It's don't entrust stuff in my hands. You're making me nervous.
The ending song. This one actually is unironically really good in my opinion. A legitimately good song.
One's a false end of a promise. False idols that follow for a while. They come and go, like everybody does. Spend my whole life dancing on my own. Seems like it may not matter. The children were hazy and daisy, but it was falls by four. So please stay focused for a while. Slow perfection creeping in your heart. If I gave your false love that I stole from you, would you stay mine, mine forever true? The Joker without any soul. His machine is square and good as it comes. He doesn't get no purpose. You just say I was the one. You don't really want to go with that guy. He's not your sort of guy. In the arms of your normal soul, in the arms of your staring soul, a strange feeling. It's everything's alright. While it seems it may not matter, please stay focused for a while. Choose our own fate, looking for a false compromise.
Chills.
I want your heart, I wanna suck your soul dry. Two broken-hearted souls finally learn how to live. That old feeling down in your spine, the beat of their souls now intertwines. Your attitude shows your false emotions. Never ever let me go. And with this hands, I gave you my soul.
I think this is a cool edit.
But you turn around,
The blood making the credits.
hanging there. Today is your big day. You maturely win, but lose your mind in the end.
The truth unravels.
I think that's it.
False Perfections, the series.
So-
Sweet cakes.
For being entirely AI, it's insane to me how good that is. It has an actual story and constant progression. It has the setup introducing the world, the characters, the new characters, the old characters. It cuts back and forth between the story. Like, it's introducing things that get paid off later on down the line. It has plot twists. It explains everything. Everything is just interwoven in such a way.
I
it
know
has a
about
climax.
everything.
What isn't?
I kind of forgot, but like some stuff are just so random.
I know, but like it explained Operation Wasp, it explained the Zeal, Fuyu, Tint, the relationship, all the characters, their dynamics, the backstories.
I mean, I didn't really get who Karen was.
So Karen was Doctor. What was it? Dr.
He's
Titan.
Ostacon's like
Otacon,
lover.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, it's Otacon's lover. So what happened to Karen happened to Starfield. You could tell by the design how it was like one blue eye, one red eye to the side or whatever. So they were both experiments of the Zeal. Yeah, so Karen was put into the video game console, which was the Titan. And Otacon didn't know that. Same with Fuyu. So Tint tried to kill Fuyu because she was jealous because of the thesis. And so Fuyu actually went inside the game. But then Tint actually did kill herself with the explosion, which is how she ended up in purgatory.
Yeah.
It's all connected. It actually tells a really good story. Like, it feels like an Orochimaru type story to where, like, the Zeal has been experimenting on thousands of kids across countless generations in order to do something. It's just crazy. They got their whole motive and everything.
I mean, it's definitely a fun episode.
I mean, I think the craziest
Ironically,
part is,
it's like the
imagining,
episode to show everyone.
I know. Just imagine, because the AI doesn't know it's writing a story. So the AI is just spitting out stuff, and I'm taking that stuff and transforming it into the story. So some of the stuff it's saying that as if it's talking in real life. Like at one point, one of the characters says, "I'm sorry I didn't write a sign. Those went out of style." Why does the AI think in real life signs went out of style? It's stuff like that that I just find hilarious how I just incorporate.
So what exactly did you like type into the AI to get various things? Like,
well, some of it is using the prompt that it spits out itself. So it's sort of like to play off of itself or to continue on where it left off. So like if it gives you a paragraph, you just copy paste that paragraph so it continues that paragraph. But obviously you have to give it some stuff. I don't remember exactly what I gave it for everything. But you just generally explain the world, the characters, and what general idea you have for it to go in. Because I did have a general idea. Obviously that changed as time went on. For example, false perfection sweet cakes. The sweet cake is in reference to, this is crazy, the plum pudding model. That's a real science thing. Like, that's a complex scientific topic. And this episode, it was like a 6-minute long, convoluted, complex explanation. It's actually legit. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can't believe how heavily it leaned into the absolutely, like, college level scientific properties. But it did for a long time, and I just let it. And that became, like, the backbone of the episode, the title, the story, the ending, everything. Just randomly science. Complex science. So much deep nonsense. I love it. But yeah, it tells a full story, in my opinion. Beginning, middle, and end. It's just the progression that gets me, because it's a bunch of disconnected, random, spammed ideas that don't make any sense, and it's all about like having these puzzle pieces from different puzzles and somehow finding a way to connect them in some kind of way to form something of a legible puzzle somehow.
I like that true perfection part, like with the title, like.
It came back in with the ending song too. Oh my god, I'm serious when I say chills of like false compromise, and then like the hand that grabs the star in the ending. Oh my god, that's such a good part. I love that.
I actually did like the songs, even though, especially the opening with the lyrics made no sense.
Well, going back, it's talking about like the zeal and stuff, and it's actually like foreshadowing the episode. All sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but like some of the lines were just so random.
Oh, absolutely. Like, to be fair, like Zeal going to the gym to like twist and stretch and stuff, you could incorporate.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that's ridiculous. But at the same time, the Zeal are supposed to be a strong, imposing threat. So what better for them to do than to go down to the gym to stretch? Right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but
yeah, like they're
but like if
twisted
they're going to be
dying.
strong, they're not going to be going there just to stretch. They'll be going there to work out.
Well, they got to maintain their strength. You got to keep the flexibility up to be adaptable.
To stretch.
Yeah, they got to be adaptable to any situation. That goes back to like the the hypnosis in their designs. Because they're a secret organization. Keep that in mind. An underground, like a grassroots kind of thing. Really had to build their way up in the struggles. So the beginning sort of shows the insanity of the Zeal and the corruptness over time throughout the generations. Whereas the ending song, now that you know the full story, it's almost like a memorandum for the thousands of children that were sacrificed to the Zeal. It's a song for them. That's why it's sad. And there you go.
I mean, I'd be down for that. Like,
But I can tell you're very tired, and you've been tired for the past, like, 30 minutes.
oh, absolutely. I'm trying really hard to stay awake. I'm just really sleepy now.
I thought you did fall asleep, like, several times that episode.
I mean, I may have. I was desperately trying to stay awake. It was nothing about the episode. I was just like, it was like only like 10 minutes in. I was like, oh man, I'm feeling really sleepy.
Yeah,
It's a 40-minute episode.
Based on how you were hyper-analyzing that opening, and then you didn't say pretty much any words ever again, and you just like constantly were checking how much longer there is in the episode. I felt bad. I was like, do you want to pause it? You want to like come back to this another time?
Oh, I know. I was like, I almost did, but I didn't want to like stop midway.
Yeah, I didn't want to like ask you to pause it to explain something, or to be like, hey, are you still awake?
I would have answered and been like, yeah, barely.
If anything, I was afraid I was gonna wake you up.
No,
Get you sleep.
I low key would be down to rewatch. We could react to it.
You know what? Maybe
It's kind of into where I think I start to get tired.
Fair enough. Maybe we can come back to it last, because technically it's the last thing I've produced, I think. Officially, so far.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the most recent thing I've made. I will say, don't expect anything like that ever again from any other episode. It's by far the most different one. Well, technically the last thing we're going to watch that's not this is very similar, but no AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it episode 0?
It's episode 14. It's not canon, but it has canon elements. It's canon. Everything's canon. It's a celebration parody that goes through the entire season, essentially just making fun of itself, like breaking the fourth wall, all sorts of stuff. But it's more like things that like I thought were funny. I just made an episode out of it. There you go. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
I do want to react to it though, where I'm like fully awake.
Yeah. And this time I'll actually be able to like explain things, hopefully. But hey,
yeah, I don't even know what.
Because I can imagine it being overwhelming and nonsensical, especially for the first time. But I feel like on the second viewing, you'll be like, oh my god, that actually makes sense and connects here, and it's actually perfect. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I think, I just need to be fully awake. I mean, to be fair, it's almost 5 a.m.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But that'll do it for the stream. Thanks for the whopping... Oh my god, Ari Shikage actually watched! Oh snap.
Let's go!
Notifications. Wow, I missed Seems Interesting. This is like Elden Ring lore I see. I'm gonna go to here so I can actually see the full comments. Oh god, the brightness. Oh snap. Is that VA Oodie? VA for
Oh my god.
What was that? Is that free game?
It's kind of silly, but I like it.
Blind's vision isn't one should reality trust. Laughing emoji. It's kind of silly, but I like it. It has heart and passion. Oh my god, it has freaking so much heart and passion. You have no idea. About $40,000.
Yeah, actually, there was a really funny line about the blind people. This was early on. Free game set the line about like, what did he say? So like this. The devil is blind. People are blind or something. I don't...
And then Dr. Titan says, yes, I know how blind people work. He says it so trolly. I think my favorite line in the entire episode is, what is it? It is, I won't be in contact for a while, but I'll be in touch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those early on where I was like, I won't do this. I will do this. Like,
oh, God. But yes, it was free game. And that answers all the questions. Yeah. That said, everyone go check out False Perfections. Movie coming this year. There's a trailer out for the past several years. And yeah.
not AI generated.
Not AI generated. In fact, very good lead generated, I'll say that. There you go. And all these things I've done. Everyone go vote on the community poll for what you want to see. Even though I technically just ignored it and did this anyways. And yeah, I think that'll be it. Kamui, any final words before the next time we do this?
I still want to know what the false perfections is and the real story, not in the fake 1.5 episode.
So yeah, again, this episode never comes up again. It's a standalone episode, and it's good to think of it as a movie. It's a short movie. It's 50 minutes long. It's a short movie, short film.
Yeah.
A story that has a complete story all by itself. It's a standalone, but it works in universe. Yeah. There you go.
I mean, and to put things in perspective, the Boruto time skip didn't do a complete story.
Yeah.
So this is by default better.
False Perfections is objectively better than Boruto's ending.
Yeah, the AI generated False Perfections movie is objectively better.
What were the comment that Darishikage just said? But I can't see on the stupid stream notes. Okay.
Netflix will pick it up, I have faith.
Oh, I have faith too, absolutely. Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu, they all picking it up. Is it Max now?
Especially this episode.
Especially this episode. Well, with
Yeah,
how
this one will just be in the
controversial-
movies section.
What's crazy is like right after this episode came out is when the AI controversy really kind of started. It was a little bit after that, but it was like the same year, I think. But when I made this episode, everyone loved AI still. So-
Yeah.
I am curious if the people that hate AI, what they would think of my episode. Because jobs were created because of it. Like, it's so much passion and heart, like you were saying. Spent months working on it. Animation, voice acting, everything. A lot of money as well. Like, I don't see why anyone, or how anyone could hate it. But yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
It's only possible through AI as well. An episode
That's
like
a
that
question for
literally only exists because
was
of AI.
was it Sour who you were debating about AI, or is it Ultra?
I don't remember, honestly. I think I was going to debate Sour, but I didn't end up doing that. Because I wanted to talk about AI separately, but then, yeah, Sour said he would come on to debate AI, I think, is the first stream, but then we didn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, I still stand by it. AI is the future. Be mad. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's that. Yeah, yo, crap, we can't say over and out. It's not the Walkie Talkie podcast.
Yeah, what do you say for this channel? You have
I'll false your perfection.
Yeah, very false. Not true perfections. Not sweet cakes. Falsely sweet cakes.
The greatest falseness is in this title. Have a good night, y'all. You too. Yeah, the title actually means something. It doesn't just sound nice, I promise. It's like 8-layer storytelling right there.